Hey guys, it's Death Angel Shadow here, and I've got my buddy Rich waiting in the wings here. I'll bring him on in a minute. This is kind of an impromptu stream. Talk kind of briefly about doing it. We're gonna talk about a couple of cons, and hopefully Dan will get the memo and jump on here with us too, because he, like me, was both at North Texas and CNY. So we're gonna go ahead and switch over and bring Rich on board.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good, doing good. I got my North Texas shirt on.
Nope, and I have my Central New York on. So those were back-to-back conventions on
Yes, they were.
practically two opposite sides of the United States. Although I'm pretty sure you can be you could certainly be north of Utica, New York, but
Not too far north.
not too much further. Well, I guess
Without
Alaska is, but
without being in the
yeah, no, I was glad to. Oh, let's see, I didn't hit that. I'm in the process of uploading a video at the same time, and doing some things, getting creating a live stream for tomorrow evening, which we actually brought up in last night's Grognard's live stream. So I will be live streaming tomorrow with Agile Monk and possibly his son Michael,
good.
pushing their Kickstarter, the
Yeah.
Wondrous Consortiums and
I actually
Zendrio
have
rule
that up
books.
here right now. And it's about $500 away. Wait.
Yeah, yeah, it's picked up about like 150 since last night. I'm going to be selfish. I hope it crosses over during my stream tomorrow.
Oh,
That'll be
hey
awesome.
man, you know what? If it does, good on you.
Yeah.
He's got
So if
5 days
not,
left to go.
and if it comes down to, if it comes very, very close, I'll back it a second time. I will do whatever I can to repay Agile Monk for
Oh,
all of
man.
his incredible generosity, both into my channel and just going forward. So many other things. You have a strange layout for today, so it looks like your image is broken.
My image is broken?
Yeah, the usual template that you have us on is
Well, here's the two.
yeah. It shows that icon of a broken image
Really? Where are you seeing that
in
at?
the top left-hand corner.
Oh, there's Dan. Hold on, let me
Yeah.
get on here.
Maybe Dan will fix it when he comes in.
Let's see here. Do. Mr. Dan. Hey, look at that.
There
What's
he
up?
is. How's it going, Dan?
All right, Rich, Jeff, how you guys doing?
Good to see you.
Jeff with the standard 90 seconds of notification that he's doing a stream.
No, he mentioned this last night, but he
I
pushed
did.
it off by an hour. It was supposed
Yeah,
to be a
yeah. I
one.
was.
Okay, let me rephrase. With the 90 seconds of notification to me via DM that there's a stream.
Well, I was saying I was probably going to do an impromptu stream.
Yeah, which I think is, I think it's a good idea because it's not really fair to James and Cam if we just sit there and talk about like the cool cons we went to and they're just like,
Yeah, well, it was kind of you kind of started it, and poor James and Cam were just kind of like,
I started it.
No,
Yeah.
you suggested maybe we should do a stream.
Oh,
where we
I
talk about
I
it.
thought you were saying I started making them sad. Oh, and for the record, after last night, this is now going to be a staple of everything I do.
Yeah.
You said it's your thumbnail, right?
Just make it my channel icon.
Oh, I guess I need to.
Oh, and just to have everybody feeling at home, I will. It is in the afternoon, yeah. So I will.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Rich. Don't
I
judge.
will have my my live stream shot.
Nice.
I'm running low.
Uh-oh. What
So
are you drinking there? Oh,
I'm
Captain
drinking-
Morgan.
Oh, did you bring that back from CNY or?
No. Anytime if I go, I will we have to finish it off. So everybody has to, have some drinks. I'll bring a bottle next time. Um, I'll probably bring a bottle of. I have this new favorite is it's called Bamboo. It's
Yeah.
a from Barbados, a Barbados rum. Oh, absolutely delicious.
Let me see if I can add.
Yeah, I was hitting that Kraken pretty good. I was hitting that pretty good.
Yeah, I was crushing the whiskey that Roger had out there.
Yeah, I'm not a whiskey person, so I had one of that just to, it's like having the slice of a birthday cake. It's a bad luck if you don't have one,
Yep.
and then
Yep, for sure.
I hit the Kraken pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were drinking that stuff, man, into the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we were there. We were there until 2.
They
We
polished
were
it off,
drinking that
man.
stuff until the wee hours.
Yes, we were.
And then Edge Lord with his bottle the night before.
Oh, I love Edgelord. He's a gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah, I almost went and visited him, but he couldn't figure out how to get what I was going to pick up from him out of his cellar. So, and I was kind of like looking at I got this 18-hour drive or so. So I kind of was like, well.
So did either of you like grab anything from CNY from the vendors?
Not
all the shit I couldn't get at North Texas because I
actually
flew.
only from Emperor's Choice. Yeah. I mean, I bought the swords from Emperor's Choice. I basically gave them a promissory note that I will pick up the pick up the book. I will pick up the Arduin series, probably the trilogy book. Jason Day, I'm going to pick up one of his the leather bound, the space one, 13 parsecs. I'm going to get that from him. I'm going to the Bahamas in a week and a half. All right. Provided I don't need an emergency hernia operation beforehand. So I was kind of, saving up for that, that trip and everything. And I will probably pick up all of those things in August. But I did a lot of, visual shopping. I'm also going to pick up that Hyborian Age puzzle. The 1,500 piece puzzle map.
Are you a puzzle guy?
No, my younger daughter is, but I will buy anything that is Robert E. Howard / Conan related.
So I did. Oh look, we've got Long Shot. He's in one of the streams. It's not
Hey,
mine.
Long Shot.
It says
Hey, Long
Parrot, so
Shot.
that's probably yours, Rich.
Maybe I will check. Yeah, I'll open up the stream on my end because I
Also-
give no notice for this stream for
Yeah,
my end.
yeah, and that's kind of I mean, hey, you got to mix it up every now and again, right?
Yeah, sometimes you need a little impromptu. Actually, it's not coming on mine. Why?
It's what? Are you? It should be on yours too, right?
It says on this end that it's showing. Why
Yeah.
is it showing?
So I added.
Oh, I see it now. I see it now.
I added Twitch
Yes,
back into
it
the
is
mix
online.
after 6 or 7 years since I stopped using Twitch, just because
Yes, Long Shot's on my end.
Talking to Jay and all that, and I'm like, all right, fine, I'll add Twitch back. But of course, I created a different account called the Bad News Bards for the channel, and of course, it doesn't save the VODs. It only does live streams. And I'm like, yeah, until even though I attached my Amazon Prime account to it and all that, because it's a new account, I guess it has to go through the rigmarole. But man, so that for me, it was the flight out to North Texas was pretty quick and painless.
Yeah.
Didn't have any issues with TSA here in Knoxville. The same wasn't true coming back, but yeah, I think we all ran into the same jackass in TSA.
Yeah,
from talking to other people.
Yeah.
Most of the people.
Thief, that son of a bitch.
Yeah. he just kind of had a chip on his shoulder. And I'm like, most of the people that work for the TSA are awesome people, and they're
Yeah.
just there doing their job.
They're just normal people doing their jobs, but every now and again you get the
You-
ones that are afflicted with that like high school hall monitor syndrome.
Yeah.
I almost had that job actually.
That
I
TSA
actually
The
went
hall
or-
monitor? The
I
hall
went for
monitor?
the training. No, TSA. I went
Oh.
for the training back in the day when it first became a thing, you know, and it was before I was all that immersed into teaching. I think I was only teaching by when was that, like 2001? So I started teaching in New York City in 1999. So that would have
Oh,
been about like 2 or 3 years in, you
yeah.
know, and I was like, you know what? Let me just check this thing out and everything, because it was the big push obviously after, you know, 9/11,
Yeah.
to have much more security in there. And I went in, I passed the test in flying colors. I was able to see different things on the, you know, on the screen. You know, I was able to, oh yeah, look, that's a magazine, that's a pistol magazine,
Oh,
you
oh
know,
shit.
kind of stuff. So it was
Rich, Rich,
interesting. Yeah, what's up?
I just noticed I hit the refresh and let me share this. Because I thought I was reading it wrong, and I'm like, wait, it went backwards, but it did not. Uh,
He's over. There he is. Oh
he is
wow,
over.
he is
Yes,
over.
He
Nice.
is over.
they're
Congratulations, Agile,
Yes.
buddy.
congratulations, Agile.
It's
Yeah.
gonna happen for sure. Because it was about 500 short when I first come in here, and then I said, well, I should go ahead and refresh it. It's
Well,
supposed to auto refresh, but as soon as I did, then I'm like, oh, it dropped down to 299, and it was like at 570 something.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, no, wait, that's 32,299.
Yeah.
Math is hard, man.
Yes. Anyway, I yeah, that's great news. So hey, I'll have him come on and celebrate having
Yes,
hit the
yeah.
mark.
that is
So
that is
yeah,
very,
so
very
TSA
good.
was, you know, it was interesting and everything, but it started at low pay. I was like, oh no. I was like, no, I can't. I can't make. I think it was like 30 grand. I was like, no, that's too much of a cut. But
Hey,
anyway,
Ducato.
Hey,
Oh,
what's up,
I would have
Dakota?
been there. Hey, Takato, you should jump in, Takato.
so
Since you're at the
Yeah,
convention
he
and
was there.
everything,
Yeah,
we're talking about conventions.
D-
So
Dakota, I can send you a link if you'd like to jump on. We'd love to have you if
so
you got a minute. You don't have to stick around for the whole thing.
so
I,
Takato and I first met at ShireCon, going on 2 years ago now. We met in person at ShireCon, and he comes in and he's going to be playing in my Shadow Dark game, and he comes in and he hands me that Conan sitting on the throne, as you can see over here. And he was like, hey, I thought you'd like this. And he just gives it to me. I was like, holy shit. It was like incredible. So, and we've been to several cons now since then. You know, so we keep on bumping elbows. And he's a great guy. Hopefully he can jump in. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with his
Yeah,
son
we'd
as
love to
well.
have him.
I have my own personal piece of Stan memorabilia from CNY.
Oh, did you buy that? Oh, okay.
Sure did,
Okay.
buddy.
Look at
let me
that.
see. What would you buy? Oh, you bought that. Yes.
It's the dueling
Was that
dragons.
that was in the auction, right?
No, he just had this on his
Okay.
station. And like the first day I was sitting down there and I was staring at it and I was like, I need that. I
Yeah.
need that real bad.
Where do I know? Where do I
But
have Dakota? Let me see. He's probably on the CNY RPG con, right?
Here, no, I got him.
You got him? Just send him
Yeah.
the link.
I got
It's
it.
the same link.
No shit, Sherlock.
Well,
You can
Actually, that's
you
I
can
kinda,
link it into the
yeah, but then anybody
Nah.
could jump in.
No, I said Stan, I
that
sent
could
it to
be
you on
fun
Discord, buddy.
too. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I still have to approve them to add them, but you know. But
Well, I have Dan as my very first moderator. I've never had a moderator before on any of my channels.
damn, you were a little
and-
whore,
and
aren't you?
I take personal pleasure being stuck on conference calls for 6 hours a day for my day job and
Yeah.
just getting to glance over at Discord and be like, oh, a Handy bot ban. Oh, a Mezzy bot ban. Oh, a Daichi bot ban.
Yeah.
I get
yeah.
all of
It's
these.
the same bots on every freaking server, man, because they just like scrape YouTube for links and oh man, I like TTGBR. I need emergency commissions. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Banished. So
I need to add him as a friend too. I don't know.
You're not even friends with
He's
the guy.
well,
Fuck Decado. He's not even a good friend.
that escalated quickly.
oh my God, jeez. All right, we're gonna bring him on here. Let's see. I'm not sure which one we're in.
There it is.
What's up,
All right.
Stan?
What's
Hey,
up,
guys.
man? How you doing?
Good. Hold on. I'm sure I got shit all.
You
screwed
can share it too if you want to your channel.
up. I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it on there.
I've got it
Not all the
open.
technology I'm capable of.
Thank you, buddy.
You see
I
my
love
little,
it.
Hey,
You see my little
thank
logo
you.
there?
thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome. I just actually, George Hardy just reached out to me today too.
Jordan,
I
you
had
called
shown him
me
a
yesterday.
couple
called me-
things at
called me
the
too.
con, a couple miniatures, because he bought some stuff off me at the con, and I delivered
Yeah.
some stuff to him at the con,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Hi, how much was that stuff?" And I told him, he's like, "So I got a package sent
Man,
for him."
Dave and
Oh,
George
right
are
on.
awesome guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, George
Oh
Hardy.
yeah.
Yeah, George
George
Hardy.
Hardy, yeah.
Actually, I was just George Hardy is going to be on my channel on Thursday.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about running games at conventions. He does a lot of the organized play for Castles and Crusades. So he's
Okay.
going to be on, and I'm kind of following along with my theme, for the next couple of weeks of the differences between running games in your home game or in person at a local store, and then running games at conventions, because
What-
it is a very, very different dynamic. As as many of you, because you all run things as well.
Yeah.
At conventions, and I had Dan there as like a co-pilot for me running Hyperborea, which I've never run at a convention before, and he was a great asset to
It
have
was
there.
your game was super fun, Rich, and
Yeah.
it was funny. You kept flashing that Savage Sword of Conan.
The
comic that you had.
1973 Savage Sword. Yeah, I brought the
Yeah.
original, and I was like, hey,
Yeah,
that's important to
I
have
went
there
and
at
bought
the table.
the hardcover omnibus
Yeah.
with that one in it. So going to be enjoying that when I'm on vacation for 4th of July. We're going down to a friend's house in Lake of the Ozarks. It'll be a good time.
I've
That's
been
way nice.
collecting the Savage Sword ones, but it's not the hardcover. It's just it's like a paperback, but there's like 20 something volumes. I think I'm up to volume 12, but
Yeah.
they start to get expensive. So
Yeah, I figure if I buy one a month for the next, I don't know, year, I'll probably only have time to read one a month anyway, so that works for me.
yeah,
Dude.
I'm due to order a couple. I haven't ordered any in a while.
Do any of you know, Rich? Maybe you know who was running the Arduin game. What was that fella's name?
His name was Rich. He works
Yeah,
with Dave and
I would love
Dave
to
and
get
George.
him on the show and talk to him too.
He was a good
Yeah.
dude.
He was great. Jeanette, it was her first time playing in a con game.
Right.
Actually, it wasn't my first time, because my first time was in North Texas. But she said of the games that we played in, and she played in all the games that I did. We were mixing it up and hanging out with people too. But the Arduin game absolutely was her favorite game. And she loved it, and she was we got to keep the card deck, and the swords that they gave us, the big size swords for playing in the game for signing up.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. Of course, they were selling them. Like, Rich, you bought one, right? I think you said they were like $10 for the big ones.
For the
it's $10.
the card. Oh, the swords. Yeah, the swords were $10 each.
Mm-hmm.
And George, when I talked to him yesterday, he's like, yeah, because I said, it would be great is if you did an adventure like that too in the cards. And he said, we were planning on doing it for this, but we didn't have time to finish that. But I think that may be something that's coming in the works.
Well, they could do character expansions. They could do adventures. They could do dungeon tiles, right?
He mentioned that.
Yeah, that's because he called me too. We were chatting about it. We also chatted about it over some beers.
He was just a chatty
But,
Cathy yesterday, huh? Maybe
I
just
mean,
George?
they're getting feedback on their new game, so
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, no. He, and I had to cut him off after. I think I talked to him for like 45 minutes,
Yeah.
and I'm like, was getting a call for work, and I was eating lunch, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting a call from somebody I don't normally get a call from unless there's a crisis. So I hate to cut this off, but we will definitely talk again, George. But I gotta go. I gotta call them back.
nah, he's a good dude.
But
Yeah. They're
yeah,
great guys. Super
yeah,
generous.
and they bust their ass. Oh my god, and
Yeah, they do.
they are so upfront to a fault. I mean, like, you know, I know they invested a lot going to CNY, and CNY is, only a 3-hour drive for them. Oh, I say only, it's a 3-hour drive there, 3-hour drive back, and then it's how many hours setting up everything and then breaking it all down,
It's like
Hi,
packing it
Alfred.
up.
6 hours to set up
Yeah.
Hi,
their booth,
Karen.
I think.
Hi, D&D Dad and Son.
Hey, what's up, D&D
I'm
Dad?
managing the chat since Jeff's outside smoking.
Uh, well, I
So
was good. I was
hey,
good.
they Mike Fisher, that's Agile Monk's son, just posted on Kickstarter that they hit their mark.
Yep.
So
That's
I'm happy
awesome.
for him.
Well, we announced it first.
I know, yeah, we beat him to it.
I technically announced it in DMs to Agile earlier. I was
Oh.
like, "Hey, buddy, it funded." So
Yeah. Oh, when was that about the time that Rich and I were talking about it making?
no, it was about the time that I changed my pledge to bigger.
You changed your what?
It was at let me see, 11:04 a.m. Central Time. Is what
Oh,
it
so it
funded.
hit a couple hours ago. So yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
hadn't.
Yeah,
I guess,
I would say it probably.
Yeah,
hit
and it's gone up
a
about
couple
another
hours ago.
300 since then. So
It's
which
at
is good because
32. It's at like 32,300, let's say.
yeah, but that's
dollar
good though
off.
because once it funds, Kickstarter will push it more, and then
Yep.
they also push it more during the last 48 hours. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we'll get up to about 40 or so.
yeah,
40,000.
that's kind of
Pretty
what I think I estimated it was going to do 40, 45.
Well,
Might
he
hit
got
50,
20 in the first day, and on I was reading an article on this like about 6 weeks ago. Kickstarters do like 50% of their total in like the first 24 hours,
Yeah,
and then there's a really long tail,
yep.
and then it spikes up at the
A
end.
rise at the end.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think I talked to him. I don't know if Kickstarter doesn't. I think he's gonna allow after.
Oh yeah, yeah. They let
Yeah.
they
Now-
let
now-
late
Late pledges.
pledges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody does that now. That's just to make
It's-
sure
It's
it
good.
always
It's free marketing as long as you have really verbose and frequent like project updates. People will
Yes.
still see that and be like, "Oh, I want to get in on this" because FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And-
they make
and-
it probably like another 20% post the
Mhm.
shutdown of the thing.
Yeah.
And people also have the option of saying, well, I put $1 in this time and now I'm going to upgrade it because I can see what that
Yeah.
will push it over the top. So yeah, hopefully it hits as high as they were looking for, but I'm hoping it at least gets to, I'd like to see 50,000 because I'd like to see what the Roll20 VTT support adventures are.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think
and-
Dan and I talked to him about Foundry because of the VTTs. I think he and I like Foundry the best.
Foundry, I can't figure that out.
See,
That's beyond my.
it's
that's
so
beyond my
so easy, but the thing
capacity.
is that
You have to host it yourself.
well,
you can. There are hosting services
There
for
are,
like $5
yeah,
a
if you
month
want to, if
that are
you,
really handy.
yeah, I have a bunch of VPS servers at a
there
data center,
is
so.
I think the most important thing VTT wise, basically any company can do, and I was actually just talking to Chuck at Troll Art about this at CNYCon because he called me, is provide player facing maps. Because as long as you have player facing maps, you can import those into anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's the single most important thing. The number of times I run like a module or run an adventure and like, it has like the GM facing maps and I'm sitting there in GIMP like removing pit traps and hiding secret doors and all that kind
Yeah.
of crap.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
pain in the ass.
it is. And it's a huge time sink. And you're trying to at least get it to somewhat line up so it's not obvious, like, oh well,
Yeah.
Dan cut and paste like
Well,
that hole over here.
my players like walking into a room and all of a sudden I say, "Hey, there's a number 3 on the floor." It's like,
Yeah, right. And you're like, ah, crap. Or the worst is the secret doors when they actually see the secret door there.
They're like, "Hey, I can see that this doesn't actually go to the wall." All of a sudden it's a smooth wall everywhere else but there.
Yep.
Yep. The other thing that Roll20 needs to do, I know we're way off topic now,
That's
is they need to have a clearing tool, like to remove the fog of war as hexagon shaped. I want preset shapes so that I can be like, hey, you know what, bang, let me drop a whole hexagon down. That way we can actually use it for that point. The other thing they need to do is I don't even use their lighting, because if you import a map, you have to do all of that outlining yourself, and that is tedious as hell.
Yeah, Dungeon Scroll's good, Archon. I agree.
Yeah, I've looked at getting that one.
Well, Dungeon Scroll's free. It used to be, they got acquired by Roll20. Honestly, I liked it more as a map builder before it got acquired by Roll20, because now they're kind of like, oh, like here's your map, but let's import it into your Roll20 game. No. So, but it is a good tool and it is free. So
I find Roll20 finicky. I think that's my biggest. It's quirky. I think quirky.
Even with people that know how to use it, it's finicky.
Yeah. If
you use it for its very, very
basic
functions, then it's not really finicky.
They hang out right underneath my monitor.
I use it for initiative tracker, dice rolling, and the whiteboard.
Yeah,
and you can easily drop a map in there, and that's it. I don't use any of its other major functions.
Yeah. The thing is it's everybody knows about it and it's free, and or you can sub. I subbed when I was running that game, the Shadow Dark game, because I needed the ability to do some of the stuff that that it had, but once I was done with, and we switched gears on that Monday game, and I think that's when you started running, Dan, right?
No, it was when Matt started.
Oh, Matt ran his Lamentations game, and Matt's like the anti VTT guy.
Yep.
He's like, I don't believe in VTTs, but
I like them. It just depends on the audience.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it depends on the game you're running too.
I mean, I do 95% of my gaming on VTT.
Same.
Let's see.
I've never used them. I played on them. I don't care for them.
You're a lucky dude. You've got like an 80+ session Castles and Crusade game running on the weekends or whatever. I'm so jealous of that, dude.
I'm actually running that tonight.
Are you? What time are you doing that?
Hopefully, I don't have a lot of players. I'm actually down a player, so we only have a couple guys showing up, and I think it's around 5:30.
Hey, I'll drive to Maine. I can get there by 5:30.
Come on.
I don't think I can actually. No, there's no way. I'd have to do about 90 the whole way, and I still don't think I'd get there by then.
What are you streaming that game?
No, it's just in person. All in person. Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you're streaming it, drop the
link. We did all our online. We started doing online stuff during COVID. Not that game, our 5e games, and then that merged. I ran a little bit, and then as soon as I could get back to person, I dumped it. But I never used a VTT. I actually used a table with terrain and miniatures and a second camera, and AKA my phone. And then the other guys that started campaigns, they used initially they kind of did it the same way, and then they went to Roll20, and we played Massanil Artep through COVID as well with a different group, and we used the VTT Roll20.
Hey, Craig, how's it going?
Yeah, man.
We all met Craig at CNY.
CNY, I think we all got to, didn't we?
We got it. Yeah,
I don't know if I did. Maybe I'm bad with names.
You probably did, but you I mean, you were working a booth half the time too, right? So
yeah.
But let's see here. We got let's see.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, D&D Dad, he's talking about purchase Foundry, but ended up doing all his gaming in person. You know what? So
You're
I
better off.
actually I use a VTT in person. I do in person with the VTT. And I actually have some solutions. There's some um,
I've
Arkenforge,
done
for
that
example. Yeah,
once.
Arkenforge is actually a map designer slash in-person VTT. It's not designed to be online at all
Really?
whatsoever. Yeah, it's by an Australian,
Yeah, it's meant to be like embedded into a gaming table.
like what we were doing with the
Oh,
Arduino table.
Yeah.
That's what you
Yeah.
would use it for.
Yeah, and they
Uh,
have like tokens with like RFID bases in them that you can actually like drag the token
you can
on the
do
Arc and Forge
tracking. Yeah,
TV and it'll like do the dynamic lighting and everything.
yeah.
I mean, it's cool. It's very niche. It's also
It's
expensive.
cool. Well, no, it's well. I mean, I bought it. It's not. It was about like Foundry was. I think it was like $50 or 60
Oh
bucks.
no, I'm talking like the
The
full.
When you
table.
add
They
when you
sell
add
the
all the
table.
add-ons,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so. And then there's like two tiers for the artwork, because if you're using something for commercial purposes, you have to get a different license for the artwork, and than if you're using it for whatever. But yeah, I get it. You know, but yeah, I used to use RP Tools, which is a free one.
Hi, James.
Hey, good.
You know, hey, look at
Happy
that.
Grandpa.
Hey,
Yeah.
so back to CNY. Did either of you get to play like Dropship?
Yes,
Yes,
I
I
did.
did.
Yep.
What'd you think?
It was good.
I'm buying
It's fun.
that in August as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
and
son
they're
bought the
coming on.
book.
I have Bob. I think it's Bob. He's coming on in August as well.
Mm-hmm.
Todd,
So,
you mean?
Todd.
Todd
Red
Ridsdale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun little
Yeah,
skirmish game.
Blackwall. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have a TV. I have a projector mounted on the ceiling, and I have a projection screen. And when I've done other in-person stuff, I have a long HDMI cable, and I would output to the TV. So
Jeff,
that's how I did stuff.
we were discussing Dropship.
I know.
Yes.
I was answering the
I
question
really
in the
enjoyed
chat.
Dropship. I really enjoyed it. I did what I almost always do at conventions, right? So Todd goes, all right, I have a whole bunch of pre-gens, and I was like, top. Give me the top character sheet. I don't care what it is, just give me
Yeah.
that. And it turned out
What?
to be the only officer in the group. He says, well, you're the captain, so you're going to be, talking a lot and
I was
making
also
a
the
lot of
captain.
decisions. So I was like, all right, fine. I can do that. I can manage.
He
There's a lot of
violated your rights with a pre-gen, Woodworth. How dare he? He violated your rights with a pre-gen. How dare he?
oh yeah, no, I know. It's like what did he call them? He was like, you're
Oh,
not a trash GM.
Suck.
What
You're
did
a
Scott
suck.
call them? Not trash.
Yeah, you're a
Garbage or
suck.
garbage GM. You're a
Garbage
garbage
suck. Yeah.
GM. Frothing at the mouth.
Yeah.
Garbage GM.
Oh, yes. Spitting in the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spitting on the screen, sneezing on his window on the side that never gets cleaned.
At first, I didn't know who you were talking about, but suddenly I know exactly who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
goes off on pre-gens.
Oh my God.
The first time I had him playing in my game, all right, in person game, I invited him to join, because I'm sadistic like that, I guess. I'm like the person of second chances, right? I mean, being a middle school teacher, that kind of goes with the territory. So I'm kind of ingrained in me to always give someone that second chance or whatever. So he goes there, and everybody's sitting there, and I have a good mixed party, right? I have like seven. He was the seventh player, so I have seven players. This was for my Shadow Dark, the Shards of Ymir, and so there was a husband and wife team that came all the way from like Alabama, and so they're sitting in my, this is at Philadelphia Area Game Expo, and so Scott is there. And so I hand out all the characters, and all the characters are, Azir warriors, and that set in the world of Conan. And so Scott is the only one. I'm asking each person to introduce their character, and so it's like, well, Scott, introduce your character. Tell us who he is. And he goes, "Oh no, it's I'm playing a female character." So he like all of a sudden he was already, you know, sparked off by the fact that I assumed he was playing a male character.
Right.
And I said, well, you can change the name or the gender, whatever you want with the characters. I don't mind. And then he comments later on about that, in one of his videos, like complaining that I handed them pre-gens with the names already written in and the, whatever. And I was like, well, if you were there on time, because he was late for the game that I invited him to anyway, he would have caught the fact that I said that you can
Change it if you
change the
want.
name and the gender of the character however you wish. Not a big deal.
Rich, I love it when the teacher tone comes out of you. Like when we were playing that Hyperborea game, you were trying to snap the picture. Like one guy was doing his character sheet, and you were like, "Eyes forward, please."
Oh, did you really do that?
He
You pulled
did.
the eyes
It was
forward.
Came
Then?
out of,
And
it
dude
came out of
snapped
nowhere.
up.
It was just like eyes forward.
Oh my god, I would have lost my
It was-
shit if I heard that.
It was awesome, and everybody looked up, like thinking back to grade school,
They're like,
right? Like, it
yes,
was
Mr. Yeah,
hilarious.
yes, Mr. Bloodworth.
yeah. It was and you pointed it out to me right away, and I was like, holy shit, I didn't even realize I did that. It was like
It was awesome.
it just came right out. Yeah, because that's how I use my iPad at the table. I show the pictures, of things going on, because I just found it was a much better way of presenting that adventure as well. Yeah, and I was eyes forward. Look at what I'm showing you here.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh my god. So Craig Bragg, he played in the game, the dropship game on Sunday with Jeanette and me. And I think, what was the comment that Todd made? He says that was the most original solution to this problem that I've run across since I've done this. I think we were probably the 6th session or something like that of that dropship game.
Yeah, they ran a lot of. I think they had a dropship game at basic or Horde Wars at basically every slot of CNY.
Yeah, I think because I did a tally up of everything that was run, because I was doing a compilation of just who ran games and how often, and I believe they ran 5 sessions total.
Yeah.
Between the two, and I wasn't sure who ran what, because we were dabbling with the idea of doing kind of like a recognition of game masters in it, again following that theme of highlighting game masters for their contributions to the con as well. And they ran 5. Now I think it was Todd ran 3 and his partner ran
Nate.
2.
Yeah.
So that's where we lie, right? So it was like, oh, we're going to separate that, and we'll give Todd credit for the 3 games that he ran. So he had 12 hours worth of no, theirs were a little bit shorter. I did. I came up with a whole tally, and then Roger was like, well, why don't we think about doing the 2-year average now and taking a look at that? And that's where I believe George Hardy was number 1 on that list, and then Greyhawk Grognard came in 2nd place because he was running so much too. And then there was a whole bunch of us tied for 3rd. Like 3 of us were tied for 3rd.
Yeah.
I want to run some games next year. I want to run some Hyperborea. I want to run some Swords and Wizardry.
So Dan, you actually, and this is at North Texas, and I know neither one of you guys were there, but at North Texas, you ran a game, and it wasn't even planned.
I did.
Tell the story on that.
I ran a spur of the moment game. So at North Texas, there was a guy who scheduled a 2-part OSE game, one on Saturday and one on Sunday, and each session was like 4 hours. Well, Saturday at noon, the referee never shows up. The game never got canceled. So, obviously emergencies happen and everything. I hope everything's okay. But it was like 5 after, and there were 7 of us at the table, and they were starting to look kind of bummed and be like, oh, I guess he's not coming. And I was like, all right, well, Tell you what, if you guys want, I know it's not the game we signed up for, but I can run something. I just need 5 minutes because we were in the room right next to the vendor hall. So my plan was to run Rats in the Walls and just run Hyperborea, but the Black Blade booth was actually sold out of all the Hyperborea books that they brought. So I bought Osric. And it's close enough to OSE. I figured it would work for them.
Yeah, right.
And there was also a guy there in the vendor hall. I can't remember the vendor's name, but he was a super nice dude. He had these like little like A5 sized OSE character sheets on a tear pad. He had dry erase markers. He had basically all the stuff I needed to run the game, for like $15. So I grabbed the Osric book and I was like holding my my tablet and ran Rats in the Walls for him. They got through it in about 3 hours. Had a lot of fun. There was a 12-year-old kid that was a total badass. He got bit by one of the rats and got diseased, and he was like, "Can I cut the diseased flesh off?" And I was like, "Roll a d4," and rolls a 3. And I'm like, "You take 3 damage, but you do. You're no longer diseased." He's like, "Awesome!" And then his dad's like, "I wasn't expecting my son to debride a wound," and I'm like, "Well, your kid's pretty metal." And then there's a part where there's like a summoning circle and like this like skeletonized corpse of like a demon. And it even says in the module, like, well, if the players start screwing with the circle too much and want to, you might want to have the demon pop up or whatever. So, 12-year-old kid was like, well, there's a summoning circle. There's this dead demon here. I'm going to like spill blood on it. So I had the demon wake back up and the demon's like getting ready to like, eat him or whatever. And he was like, what if instead of killing me, I give you the lives of everybody in the city above in Gromarium? And the demon was like, deal. So the demon leaves. They get through. They kill the rat mother. They kill all the rats. I think 2 people, 2 of the 6 died. And on the way out, I was like described the city in flames as a demon army was like setting down on Cromarium and said, and that is Rats in the Walls. And then about 90 seconds after that, the fire alarm went off. It was awesome.
So that's when I was sitting in the
Yeah.
lounge at that point, and I was like, "Why are the lights flashing?"
Kitchen fire.
Stan.
Kitchen fire in North Texas.
There was.
I'm sorry.
Go
ahead.
Stan. Dan played with Buzzsaw.
I did.
I talked to him at the con at CNY this year. Like he came over because he had the thing, and we had a stamp because I had a booth. And then I talked to him and I bumped into him again and shot the breeze with him. He's such a good kid.
Yeah, he's Buzzsaw was in my dropship game, and Buzzsaw, he was going through the characters, and he picked the one that had a chainsaw as a melee weapon, which happened to be the medic. And then he started chasing these aliens all over this ship, split up from the party. He's running down, chainsawing the shit out of them. Meanwhile, we're fighting these like predator hunter type things and getting wasted. And we're like, where's our medic? And we look down, he's on the 2nd floor of the ship chasing these like bunny rabbit. It was funny as hell. He was a good kid.
So
he's great. He's great. He I asked him because when I was talking to him, I said, hey, have you been playing games in between this year and last year? And he's like, not really. And this just kind of showed to his level of maturity is he was like, his friends were just too interested in like just fighting each other, which is not what he wanted.
Right.
And but yeah, he was funny because his dad was real quiet, like when we played Fallout with him. But like as soon as he got that first freaking buzzsaw kill playing the Mr. Handy robot or whatever it was,
he went off.
And we helped because we were like cheering him on. Like,
it was, it was like, because I'm sitting there, I was like, oh, this is Fallout, this is Modifius, it's like PG at best until he unleashed the buzzsaw. And then I was like, oh shit, this is actually, and he was like maybe 11, 12.
Yeah.
Maybe. So I was like, oh crap, this is like, he's taking it to a whole new beyond PG-13 with this buzzsaw.
Yeah.
So it's hilarious.
Good for him.
When Dan told me he ended up with a chainsaw, and I go, all right, we're creating a monster here.
There's this one part where one of the little bunny aliens like ran into like a Star Wars snow speeder they had on the map, and Buzzsaw was like, "Can I fit in?" And Nate was like, "If you try really hard." And he was like, "I'm getting that rabbit." The kid was awesome.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's great to hear.
Yeah,
he's
a great kid. They're his father was awesome guy too, and
Yeah.
just I really do appreciate the fact that there were a lot of kids at this con.
Yeah,
I
there
think most
were.
of them were Roger's daughter's friends and everything, but still, they there were quite a few at the tables playing. And as I said in the stream last night, was that the stream last night? There were a lot of women in this con too. There was probably
Yep.
a little over 20%, which is
It's good to see.
bigger than the average that I think you see at like Gen Con or bigger conventions too. So, and that's really really good to see as well, because I don't know, I might be biased or whatever. I think women bring something different to the table than guys do. When you have
Sure they do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, generally they smell better. Oh,
yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, I try
Oh,
not to smell the guys
once-
next to me. Yeah, it's like, but
So, like, before we go on, Dan, when you were talking to the booth to my right, not Mike, the older woman and the gentleman, when they were setting up, you made a comment about window shopping or something before the unwashed masses show up. My son has repeated that comment more times since the weekend. He was like, "That was freaking hilarious."
hell yeah,
He was
Bryce.
well,
He-
embarrassingly so, the one time it was when I was dating my wife, and we happened to be out on Long Island where I grew up and everything, and I was like, hey, we were driving past the old local gaming shop that I used to go into, and it was still open. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is still open. I said, do you mind if we go in? So we go inside and talk about unwashed masses. As
Yeah.
soon as we walked in, the owner, who was the same guy like 30 years later, I don't think he had showered in that time either.
Oh, jeez.
And it was just like just the smell of the place between modeling glue and miniatures paint and body odor. My wife was like, if you ever bring me into a place like that again, we're over.
I made the mistake of bringing my wife to Friday Night Magic one time.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, is it bad?
It was rough.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was rough.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
like, "No, I'm not interested, but thanks for trying."
No,
Yeah.
my wife made it very, very clear. She was like, it's over. You ever try to bring me into a place like that again?
I
would have
believe
probably
the
been better off bringing her
phrase.
into a strip bar than that place.
I believe the phrase my wife used was, "I will break my foot off in your ass if you bring me back." So
Yeah.
she does not mince words. But since you mentioned Mike and Thunderstruck, I got super cool stuff from him too. So
Yeah.
I got
that
these
thing's badass.
an awesome temple thing that lights up and
Wait. Let me
That temple
let
thing
me-
looks awesome. Yeah.
yeah. So he's got this. It's got an altar, and these actually come off, and there's like LED diode
Oh,
lights
that's
underneath.
sweet.
Yeah.
And this comes off as well, so you can put different stuff there.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, well, that's because I bought it.
Yeah. He had one.
I think he had two actually.
Oh, okay.
But he also had these, which he was painting these on one of Roger's streams.
I
They're,
was supposed to
Yeah,
get
I
one
bought
of
a
those.
couple of those last year.
yeah, they're like little owlbear
Cool.
area rugs, and I
yeah.
think they're great. They're amazing.
I
So-
wanted a full size one, but
Yeah.
that would be kind of hard, I guess.
Yeah, I came home with
Just
a bunch
buy
of
one of those
stuff. I'm like,
Owlbear plushies and gut it in front of everybody and lay that out on your table.
Okay, chain or buzzsaw.
And yes, Dave and George are tremendous stewards.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are awesome.
They're a ton of fun.
They put in not even 110. They put in 200%, I think.
And they just sponsored Trina's Trinkets. Trina's Trinkets. Trina is the person that made this.
Oh yeah,
So-
your cool dice tray.
Yeah. Oh, this is an awesome dice tray.
yeah, I should.
I told Roger I'm
I-
going to bring this to every
Awesome.
convention that I go to,
I
including the one
meant
that
to
shall
get
not be
one.
named. But I was like,
But-
I was going to, and I didn't, and I totally regret it.
I kept buying books because there were some really good con book deals, both from Greg Gillespie
Yeah.
and from Jason Vey
Yeah.
on like 13
Yep.
Parsecs and Wasted Lands and Dragon Slayer and everything. And then it was like I got home with all my stuff because Andrew shipped me my minis. And basically, by the grace of God, that the overstuffed backpack and carry-on luggage zippers did not burst as I
Yeah.
was going through security.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Craig,
Yeah, I was
that
afraid
was
of
pretty
coming home.
awesome. He was the chaplain, the
Oh, nice.
and he got blown out because of a incendiary weapon or something like that.
I will
one of
point
the,
out, Jeff, as the parent of a toddler, a blowout is
Mhm.
something entirely different.
well, I'm already past that. My kid is fully grown, and you've got many eons yet to go. So
And I will treasure every minute.
you will treasure it. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So, DM Blackwall is on. Yeah. So I'm definitely picking up dropship. As
Dropship
soon
was a
as
lot of
I
fun.
get back from vacation, and yeah, that's definitely on the line. And yeah, definitely want you on so you can talk about that and some of your other stuff as well. Upcoming items.
We should get Craig Bragg on and Blackwall and Jeanette and talk about that game. That was pretty fun. We'll have to do that at some point when she's awake. So
Yeah, so yeah, I made a lot of connections at this con as well, and
That's good.
I have Edgelord and his wife is joining my Tuesday night regular game.
Oh, sweet.
So and we started playing. Although we don't connect up too much with each other, World of Warcraft. We're doing that on Saturday nights when my OSC game Saturday night doesn't come together. Then
yeah.
we all join up in World of Warcraft and
For the Horde.
play
Oh,
that.
I got more.
Yeah, well, no, we're playing the Alliance. We're all dwarves. It's an all dwarf OSC campaign, so everybody is a dwarf. And so I was like, hey, if we're going to do World of Warcraft Classic Edition, we're going to all play dwarves. And so that's what we're going.
That's good.
Dwarves are pretty cool in Warcraft.
They're the only acceptable alliance race.
What's that?
Yeah, I know.
Look at that. I was like at first because it looks the yellow part's hollowed out because of your green screen.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, well, we modified it.
No. That's the green screen. Because look, it even covers me up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. It looks better that way.
Yeah,
It's gonna
that's
have the
neat.
clear spot. That looks
I
awesome.
I know. I'll have to look into that.
You got to get these made stickers, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I've already like I don't know what I was thinking when I did those. I wasn't because I had to like scratch on them a couple times. So I already have a new order in with the woman that did them that is going to update them a little bit. And I do got to talk to her about
You
getting
could tattoo that right on the center of your forehead.
Well,
there's plenty of space.
I would have. Oh, look, I have my losing tickets here. I
I want on mine because I only put
I
it
would
on
have.
Like those
You know,
guys
you
from
could
Game
charge
of
them.
Thrones, right? When they had the thing carved into their foreheads. Yeah, the
Jeez.
the septums, whatever they called them.
These are stickers. And,
I got those. I got them on my painting.
I still can't believe I got that $35 first edition book lot in the auction and nobody bid against the starting bid.
Really?
Yeah, it was Deities and Demigods, but it wasn't a good version, and it was beat to hell. Monster
Yeah.
Manual 2, Fiend Folio, and then Ostrich 3.0, Player's Manual and GM Guide for $35.
So, somebody's throwing down the gauntlet here on that. Oh, look, Blackwall Games.
That's my buddy Super. He's a good dude. We hang out on the BLG Discord.
Yes, yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think a lot of the
Yeah, so I made
auction
a lot of good
slow
contacts
this
with
year,
people there,
so.
and want to bring Matt. I really enjoyed Barrows and Borderlands, which that was a lot of fun. Where'd you get all these stickers from? Oh, those came from North.
That's not a sticker. This is a patch.
All right.
So I'm gonna be a nerd because these are from Gillespie.
Yeah.
And so I am going to be a nerd, and I'm going to go run up to the Harley store and go buy myself a vest and start
There you
putting
go.
patches on them.
So my
You'll be like
wife
Roger.
told
You'll
me.
be like Roger's slightly taller brother.
My wife told me if I make a battle vest, she's going to make fun of me forever. So I'm of course.
So
going
you're going to do it? Yes. By the way,
I just said something about getting one, and my son was like, "No."
Well, we'll see.
Now you see,
There's
there's certain things that I cannot do. I mean, between my younger daughter, who is 21, and she's worse than my wife is, You know, my wife, anytime like I get too involved with my gaming and everything, she'll always age me by like 10 to 20 years. Be
Yeah.
like, you're a 70-year-old man. Why are you, you're still playing games? It's so embarrassing. You know, and then my younger daughter is like, she's like scorched earth, right? She was like,
Yeah.
when you die, everything on that shelf is going to the garbage. I was like, no.
Jesus. Okay, Rich, give us your address. We'll make sure that
Yes.
doesn't
I know.
happen.
That's what I was like.
Yes,
I was like,
absolutely.
We'll
no.
be there.
It's like, I'm going to put it in my will. It's all got to go to somebody who's going to actually appreciate it.
I keep giving James RP Grandpa shit, and I was like, buddy, because he was talking one day about like, you know, he was like, well, I don't know what's gonna happen with all my stuff when I croak. And I'm like, all right, those Dragon magazines, I'll come pick them up.
You know, we have that.
I'm going to show off a bit of my
Your swag?
since he is doing that.
Oh
And
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, man.
This is
Doesn't say staff. Weird.
So this is my Shadow Dark, right? And there is Kelsey's long, you know, a message
Wow.
to me.
Let me hold
She
on.
knew me right off the bat too. She was like, DM Bloodworth. That's awesome. You know, so and
Kelsey's
then
a
I was
sweetheart.
the first person ever to get these.
That's pretty awesome.
So there's
That
the
was
Sting
great.
Bat and there is
Oh,
the
I-
Shadow Dark.
Cool.
I should put the
So-
Sting Bat on my painting thing so I don't lose it.
Now, when I met her, which by the way, the PDF of the player's guide for Western Reaches just released yesterday.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
I saw
did.
that.
I already
Yep.
put up a video on that today. But
Have you-
when I met her, I had both books. I had the green collector's edition, and I had this one. And I basically said to her, I'm going to give one of these two books to my niece because I want to get her into doing OSR stuff and not just 5e. And so you tell me which one you're going to sign for her, and you choose. And she was like, oh, I don't want to make that decision. I was like, you choose whichever one. So thankfully, she put my niece's name in the collector's edition, and I gave that one to my niece. So
And I
along
heard
with all of my 5e
her wife,
I was like, I gave her everything.
is pregnant now. So
But it was a great way to. She's going to go. My niece is going to go to Dragon Con because she lives in Atlanta.
oh, she's
Okay.
yeah. I don't know about Dragon Con.
Yeah, it's
I-
more about. Well, she's the production, an assistant producer of an anime company called Bento Box.
Yeah. That's right. You told me that.
Yeah, so they go there, and she's big into cosplay and that kind of stuff, and it's more of an anime cosplay with like TTRPGs on the side kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know. So that's why she goes there.
Yeah, we
And
have Little Wars out here by me, which is a wargamer convention.
Right.
Because obviously the Midwest was really big on wargaming for a very long time and still is. And there'll be like one or two TTRPG sessions every year. Actually,
Mhm.
this year was Greg Gowron. He ran the Lost Tomb of Kaskak Mott twice, I think.
So you've already played in it?
No, I didn't get
Oh.
a badge just to play in one game, and if I go down the wargaming rabbit hole, I may never come out. That's why I've specifically avoided like Warhammer 40K my entire life, because I know like I will
gotta-
go
Yeah,
very.
be pretty addicting.
You gotta
Yeah.
watch hanging out with Erudite then, because
But no,
Yeah,
I go to Little Wars. Just they do like a $5 shopper badge. I'll go there just to check out the vendors and find cool stuff, because there's still some TTRPG stuff there on the vendor hall from time to time. So
yeah, that's cool. I've been looking at it. I don't know if I want to go to Dragon Con. It's only a 3-hour drive for me, but
Dragon Con's got like all sorts of random stuff in it, though. It's got like
I think it's almost overwhelmingly too big.
yeah, and doesn't it have like 80,000 people or some ridiculous type of thing?
Yeah, it's basically the size of like San Diego Comic Con
Or like Gen Con, yeah, because
Yeah.
Gen Con had
it's like-
85,000 last year.
Yeah, it's like PAX. It's like PAX as well, right? It's
Yeah.
it's a big convention, or like the Comic-Con in New York City. It's
Right.
there is a point at which something is too big for its own britches, and just
And to be perfectly honest, I think Gary Con's getting to that point. Gary Con's like 3,500 now, and it's too big for the Grand Geneva Resort. They'll have the ballrooms that, you know how Roger had the two ballrooms
Yeah.
side by side.
yeah.
The bigger of the two is like your average Gary Con ballroom in the Grand Geneva. But instead, Roger had 8 tables in there. Gary Con will shove like 14 tables into a room that size. And it is just so loud. Like you can't move around. You can't hear anything. Like at Gary Con, I was making it a point to try to sit next to the GM at every single table so I could hear.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and it was a lot of fun. But
well, we ran into that even in even at North Texas in that one room where there's just 2 tables, and the one guy was there. He was a little loud. I think.
The guy that was in the Neon Lords game that was just having a blast and like yelling at the top of his lungs. Yeah, I mean, like he was having a good time. I was like, dude.
Oh, right, and it's like
because I know exactly what you're talking about because you were in Matt Tapp's Dungeon of the Fellord game, and then it was the Neon Lords table, and then I was in Rich's game at that same time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you can't fault anybody for it.
No, I mean he's having fun.
No, so you get excited about it.
And I'm not going to be a Karen and be like, excuse me, I can't. Can you please keep it down? I can't hear my referee over here. Like, but it's just you got to make accommodations for that. So
yeah. Well, but I had a
Gary
blast.
Con, you can't hear shit.
Yeah, and it was you have to kind of adjust and temper and like keep voices down and like try and keep it at the table because it's. If everybody does that, it kind of helps the whole thing. But I know what is it? North Texas didn't they buy like partitions and stuff like that? You could see them in some of the side rooms.
Yeah, they had them in some of the ballrooms that had more tables in them, and I think those help a bit to deaden the sound a bit.
They could have done that in the one room that you and I were in that the OSE game.
Yes,
that
room was big enough where it was mostly okay. And like I didn't have a problem. Personally, I think it helps a lot if the referee or the GM stands up because then you can kind of project your voice down towards the table.
Yeah,
and then it doesn't go like off towards the walls, right?
Yeah.
But I had no problem hearing everybody.
Good advice.
And they seemed to have no problem hearing me. But it like that room was fine. But so that room had 6 tables in it, Jeff, right? I think, and that was a big room.
The one that we were in? Well, but they were out. Well, it was freezing cold in there too.
Oh, you're talking about CNY. Sorry, I was talking about.
Yeah. No,
oh my God.
I'm wearing sweatsuits the whole time I go. I mean, I don't wear sweatshirts, but sweatpants the whole time I'm at CNY Con.
Roger messaged me like the day before I left, and he was like, "Dan, I'm going to tell you a secret." I'm like, "Oh." He was like, "I'm going to have it titty freezing cold." So pack a sweatshirt, and I didn't believe him. I wish I did.
He didn't freaking tell me. Holy shit!
I learned.
My wife is always right. She was like, "You better pack a pair of sweatpants."
When we were sitting out in the hallway that night, just shooting the breeze,
it
was me and Mike and Matt, like at the end of the line, like one end of that group.
Long couch.
And Roger went over and opened those double doors for whatever reason. Somebody wanted to get in there. You could literally feel this wave of cold come out, and it was like, dear God. Then the next day, I remember I was at my booth, I was dubbing around or whatever, and Jason came over and he's like, "Is it too cold in here?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's a little cold." And he's like, "It is." He's like, "I am freezing."
Yeah.
And so it was warm. Cold. It was cold.
Well, I mean, it's some of the rooms.
I'd rather have it be cold than hot, but
agreed.
Yeah, Roger was 10 degrees hotter than everybody else because he was freaking running around.
Roger has no body temperature control, so he's even come right out and say that he
has no thyroid.
Yeah, so he thinks it's great when it's freezing, and I'm like, But I warned Jeanette after my experience in North Texas. I said, bring a sweatshirt. She's like, yeah, but why? It's summertime in New York, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
thankfully Bryson had 2 because I would have been freezing all weekend if he didn't. Because I didn't have one.
Yeah.
North Texas was just that one room we played Swords and Wizardry, and that room was freezing.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That's what we were playing. Swords
Yeah.
and Wizardry.
No, Swords and Wizardry.
It
Who was
was.
running that 10-car?
No, North Texas. I think it was a guy named Trent. I'd have to go back and look. It was,
I've got some contact information for him.
Yeah, he was a good dude.
Yeah.
Decent game. I think we kind of blew through it a bit faster than he was expecting.
Yeah, I think it was his first time running that particular campaign
Right.
in a con environment. So, and that's bound to be a thing.
That's that's another thing about running at conventions that, especially when you have adventures that can have multiple different ways of getting to, the end. And sometimes players just make great choices.
Mhm.
And other times they take a more plotting way of getting through things. And sometimes they get stuck on challenges that you didn't expect, where, they're going to spend 35 minutes on, and, and other times it's like, I've never had them end shorter than 3 hours. And I've only had a one go like 4 hours and 15 minutes. But
Yeah.
usually they last just a little over 3 hours, 3 hours and 20 minutes or so. I forget how long that Hyperborea game went, because you guys, I think you
Right
wrapped up
the
a
end.
little bit early, right?
Well, like within 10 minutes of the end time.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, so just a tiny bit early. I think that one kind of worked well. It was well paced, and not because of me. It was just that's how well you guys did with it.
Yeah. It was a good series of events and situations. You had time planned for character creation, which I appreciated. I love making my own character at a con game. I mean, I completely understand why people do pre-gens, and I've done pre-gens too in the past.
Yeah, Hyperborea is a little bit intensive for making it there.
It's a lot easier to do like a BX style game than like
it lasted around 40 minutes, I guess you guys took to create characters. I think you're more so with like worrying about equipment. That's why I try to hand wave equipment. I was like, look, can you tell me what you're looking to do? You're an event, you're 6th level on top of that. I'm gonna assume you have rope and grappling hook and spikes and all that shit. I don't need you to go shopping.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've had players in regular games where they spent literally the whole session just doing nothing but shopping, going on a shopping spree.
Just do random monster encounters while they're shopping.
And you don't have time in a con game to do that.
No.
You'll just then you're not going to even get into the session at all. But
my plan is I'm working on something for the con to run, but I want to play test it a few times before I get there.
And Craig's got a superhero RPG he's working on. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's cool. Well, when you get it finished, we'll have to have you on. We'll get you on Bad News Bards. I think Rich probably will get you on his show. We love to talk to people. Stan, I don't know.
Absolutely.
You do some stuff like that, or
he does Tuesday night with Roger.
Tuesday nights with Roger and Jason and Mike. So
most of your stuff is your own stuff is just like painting, right? So
and the session reports.
Yeah, it started out my channel. Well, originally I used to throw up just videos, like when I was doing a lot of firearms training and stuff. I used to put videos up. But with my Castles of Crusades campaign, what happened is I used to write recaps for my sessions, and I have that, and I'm like, okay, that's great. And I did that for a whole previous campaign, and then when my Class Crusades ones kicked off, I did it for the first one, but it takes me like a day to write them because they're pretty detailed, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. So I'm like, what if I just record a video and just put it on my YouTube channel with no real thought of it like ever growing my YouTube channel, but just as a record holder. So I could go back and listen to it. And so it kind of morphed from there. I would like to actually get into some more painting stuff, but I need to figure out what kind of camera setup and
I want you to do live plays so that we can see when you fudge dice rolls or you hand wave dice rolls.
Right.
So we can
behind my
you can become the new Brandon Lee Mulligan, and we can
my Blasters GM screen that I use.
It brings a whole new meaning to the term taking a mulligan, huh?
Yeah.
God, it's okay, but that's.
I'm not going down the Twitter rabbit hole with you guys again.
No,
we don't need to do that for a third time.
No,
but no, Stan. I It's funny. I don't watch live plays. I'm in one on Monday on Erudite's channel, right? And I have a ton of fun playing games with the boys and running a game, but I don't ever actually like watch live plays. But I do really like your session recaps and also No One of Consequences
Okay.
recaps. I think those
Thanks.
like those session recap type videos, those are fun to me, especially when you kind of get some of like the referee perspective on like, oh, this is kind of what happened and this is what I did. Like it's just like learning from another GM at like a con game. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I think cool.
that's been some of the good feedback that I've had. Like one of the guys that comments on my channel quite a bit, and one time he said, yeah, he goes, I actually share your videos with other people because I want to show them that there's like different ways to play and stuff.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, that's freaking cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because like I do the same thing. Like I do watch a little bit of live play, like the Glass Cannon guys I watch, but their sessions are pretty short, so it's not
Mhm.
like I'm stuck for 5 hours. Um, but I remember back in the day when I actually used to listen to like Matt Colville. I liked his session recaps. I thought they were awesome, and then I watched him run a game and I realized he sucks. But he's really good at like
He's really
recapping
good at
and telling
recaps, huh?
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were very entertaining. Like I was like, oh, that is freaking cool. And I've actually he's written 2 books, novels, and I've read them. They're
Yeah.
short novels. I liked them. Like I got his Strongholds and Followers book. We didn't really use that stuff, but it was the world building he had like narrative stuff like
Mhm.
before each chapter to kind of illustrate what the chapter was going to be about. That and his version of the Gem Dragons were the best stuff in those books. Like I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
I
it.
agree.
And his recaps were really good. I was bummed when he stopped doing them. I kind of stopped watching his channel after that because
See,
they were entertaining. And
I think
just
that's
fun to
that's one
listen
of the
to.
things I like about our Monday stream, Dan, is that we keep our sessions short. We're
Yeah,
right around 2
they're
hours,
they're,
and
they're
it's
digestible, and even
yeah,
then, when you factor in a little bit of wrap up at the end and a little bit of Mike's
about
introduction,
an hour and a half.
it's about an hour and 45 minutes of actual
Yeah,
gameplay.
That's
So
yeah,
that's a good. That's I think a decent length of time for an online game.
yeah,
yeah,
Like
for
I
we
stream.
used to
I
play for
agree.
like 3 hours, and I'm starting to like because it's just too much shit going on. Like I got
Yeah,
other tabs open, and
Yep.
I just can't stay focused. As a game master, it's easy because you always got something to do. So I'm
yeah,
never like
Right.
distracted. But as a
Right.
player, I get distracted. And then watching them, like the Glass Cannon guys, their Shadow Dart campaign, it's like an hour and a half, but the first 15, 20 minutes is them bantering, which is amusing. Um, but then the rest of it's the game. And then I did watch. They just did 2 sessions of Twilight 2000, so I was like, oh, I'll check that out. It was good.
I
Um,
I like
but
to
not
watch
2 hours
Acquisitions
to beat.
Incorporated back in the day, um, back in the good days,
Yeah, yeah.
and really it was them and Uh, that was kind of the only one I really ever got into watching. I would watch a couple other ones. I watched some of Jay's stuff, and I even told Jay, because Jay was there at CNY, and I certainly hope he comes back next year. This dovetails into something else I've been thinking about, but I'll watch some of his stuff. It's kind of cool. Mostly I watch stuff where he's got Ed Greenwood on, or he's got Anna on, or both. And they're
Mhm.
talking about lore and stuff like that, and Greyhawk and Forgotten Realms, and some of that different stuff. But one of the things that I was disappointed with, probably the only negative thing about any of my con experience, um, was not being able to sign up for all the guys that I wanted to sign up for,
Well, that
because
always happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because of
Yeah. It's
and
like,
because I would have loved to play in your game, Rich. I really would have loved to
well,
play in
eventually
Jay's
it'll
game.
happen. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
Just gotta
I'm,
go to more.
yeah, next year.
Mhm.
yeah,
Next year,
yeah.
I'm certainly running Hyperborea again. I'll actually have a new adventure ready to roll. So you can be in,
I
you can
want
be in the
to
same game that Dan
take
will
a.
be in.
Okay.
I want
At,
a page out of your
don't
book.
let Roger
With,
sit next to you, because if Roger's character gets turned, he will attack you.
I
Well,
want to
the
do what you did, Rich, and just run like I want this adventure I'm working on. It's something like I want to run like multiple times to
Yeah.
really like
yeah.
get
Yeah,
that
yeah. Like
experience. I
I
think
know
that's pretty
I
cool.
upset. Like Vincent was like, Edgelord was like, I can't believe you're going to retire this. I was like, I've run it 13 times. So I was like, it's you know, I will make a sequel to it. You know, and so
You
that's
should.
what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a sequel to it because everybody has always asked me, well, what does the shard do? And I was like, I never planned
Yeah.
on that. It was like you just got the damn thing. So
Right.
you're one of
Yeah.
there were only like 3 groups of 13 that actually ended up with the shard. I was like, I never really planned on what it's going to be. So now that'll be the next adventure. And
Well,
those people that still have your characters from last time, you can run them in this one. I'll make it a level or two higher, and you'll have something else to do
yeah.
with that. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Hyperborea now and being like, you know what? I'm going to keep on converting Conan, classic Savage Sword of Conan stories or Conan, Robert E. Howard stories. I'm going to do Pool of the Black Ones is going to be for be running that at ShireCon for the first time.
Okay.
So I got about 3 months to hammer away on that adventure there.
I have to try to get into
Well,
And
that.
again,
I'm eager. I'm eager to get Singed. I'm hoping that's going to ship soon. I
that
think
comes to me on Tuesday. I just got Greyhawk Grognard's Kickstarter today. It's in my mailbox right now.
did you?
Oh,
Um,
Okay.
I just ordered my. I talked to him at the con, and I was because he had the book, and I was like, "Hey, when do those get?" And he's like, "Oh, you should have got an email." And I was like, "Uh oh." So then I went back and I did, but I thought it was an email saying, "Oh, your PDF's ready," and I already had the PDF, so I just deleted it and never ordered
yeah,
my book like a
it
complete
was that
moron.
was your
And
yeah. So yeah,
I'll
mine
fix that.
literally that was the little ping I just got was your package has arrived. Look, your package has been delivered.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So I went out there at like 1:30 because I was glad because Jeff said, "Oh, maybe 2 o'clock because I have to run to the post office." So I was like, "Cool." Like 1:45, I'm like, "Let me walk to my mailbox and get that." And they didn't deliver yet. I was like, "Shit." So I walked all the way on my driveway, all the way back, and I was like, "Damn!" But at least I got back in time for this, and I just got that alert. So
That's
um,
awesome. Yeah, I
yeah,
got a ship
so I got
notice
that
for
waiting
another
for me. So
Kickstarter.
I'll do that video later on. Well, probably early tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Yeah. And if,
Yeah,
unfortunately, I tried to go to the post office and then they're closed. They close at noon apparently, both of them around here.
Oh
And
boy,
yeah, mine
I
did
was,
today too. I was like,
and they were closed
I was in there.
yesterday. So it's
well, they were
like,
closed yesterday because it was a federal holiday.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Uh,
I know,
I don't know
but
why they're
it's
closed
still a
today.
federal holiday. I know banks were closed. That's what my girls were pissed off about because my older daughter was going to the Yankee game and she wanted to bring some cash because they were going to go to they were going to go to a place next, right across from it, a famous bar right across from Yankee Stadium, and she was like, "Oh, I had to just pull cash out of my ATM."
yeah. Yeah. I was watching on Facebook. Jason Vey, of course, he and I were talking, and he was going to go see Niagara Falls and then go to the Anchor
Yeah,
Bar. And
Mm.
he did both. And he
they
said,
did.
he said,
Good.
I said, good for you, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna get him on the show too. I've already talked to him about it. We got.
Yeah.
I made a bunch of connections at both places,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna get a bunch of those folks on there. I played in a game. I played in an impromptu game with Alan Hammock, and it wasn't an RPG. Believe it or not,
That's cool.
it was just this random
It's a board
little
game, wasn't it?
pocket board game. Yeah,
Yeah.
and and it was great. It was great. So
I was thinking of running Fire and Ice at a convention.
Yeah,
It's a board game
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
basically, and bringing that to a convention.
yeah. Well, I mean, they were running these in North Texas. There's the what do you call that? The lounge or whatever for
Hmm.
Bonvoy
That
members.
yeah, that's the it's called the concierge lounge in a hotel.
Concierge
That's when like people with status or people that pay for it get like free breakfast and can hang out. The only reason you had access, honestly, is because I used to do traveling consulting for many years, and I was always a Marriott guy. So I accrued enough points over 7 years that I have lifetime platinum membership. So I basically, whenever I can, I always try to stay in Marriott's because then I can get free breakfast and free drinks and snacks and that kind of stuff.
But I am a Bonvoy member, so I think it gave me access up the next day too. On a different.
That was another great thing about CNYCon was I bought one meal the entire weekend.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Well, the first day was Roger bought enough pizza to feed you for 3 meals.
Yeah,
that's true.
And that pizza was good.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's hotel pizza. That was probably one of the best hotel pizzas I've had.
Was it? I didn't
was
try
starving,
their
so it hit the
pizza.
spot.
Yeah. So I ate that for the lunch when I got there, and then I was like, there was still pizza laying around, around dinner time. I was like, screw it, I'll just eat that now. Then free breakfast, and I loaded up on breakfast, and always took a couple yogurts and a banana to the room for like an afternoon snack and everything. That Saturday was the only time I bought a lunch. And it was a late lunch anyway, so that kind of doubled for dinner anyhow.
Yeah.
And then the next morning was just free breakfast again.
Well,
so literally out of pocket, I spent about $20 out of pocket for meals.
I was getting a little sick at North Texas of the same old food there at the hotel and in Denny's. That was the two options, right? Unless you went to the food trucks. And
did you ever go to them? I didn't.
I went out by them and I looked at them, but they had lines that were out there.
I didn't even know where they were.
They were out in the side parking lot. So where the main area was
by registration.
Yes.
Okay.
If that door, that set of double doors that went out there, they were just kind of set up.
I never poked my head out there. Okay.
Yeah, and there was like three or four of them that were out there.
Yeah, I just kept getting the wedge salad with like a chicken breast or a grilled chicken breast or two on it at North Texas, and that from the hotel restaurant. And it was fine. Although at one point it took me an hour and 20 minutes to get that salad, and I missed a game because of it. That kind of sucked.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool, Craig. Craig Rag,
cool.
Double D. He went to dinner with Double D. It was great. Cool. It was great meeting Scott. It was great meeting his wife. My wife and I played in a game with his wife, and that's the game that I got to squish a dark angel under my boot.
Yeah.
I was I polymorphed him into a slug and then squished on him.
It was funny. I first saw Double D from behind and he was wearing a shirt that said unapologetically American. I was like, hell yeah, brother. I know exactly who that is.
Yeah. Both he and his wife played in my Shadow Dark game, and
that is
I met them last year too at CNY, and his wife just retired. She's a retired school teacher as well.
Oh, okay. So common interest there.
We chatted a lot with her. I chatted a lot with her over that. And how's it going? And so we had a lot to talk about there. And
well, he went to Origins
a little bit at the after party, so that was fun.
Did you? Cool.
Yeah. What were you saying, Jeff?
I said that the Origins. I think he went to Origins too.
Yeah,
he did.
So,
he did.
Which is going on today still, right? I don't know. It's like a 5-day
thing.
thing.
That goes on from like Wednesday to Sunday.
Yeah.
That's a long con. I couldn't do that.
Well, and I think it's geared more because it's by Gamma, right? So it's more geared towards, people that are industry. Yeah, it's more of an industry thing. But it was kind of cool because I think that's where he ran into Talanian the first time. I really got to talk to Talanian several times. I got to, I almost got killed in a Cybertruck sitting next to him. So I stretch it out a little bit, but the guy who owned the Cybertruck, he was bragging. He was bragging about how he had 12,000 miles on it. Nary an incident, nothing major, right? Just minor stuff. And then I got Talanian. It was sitting in the middle. I was sitting on one side, and Angela She's a mini painter that was at North Texas. Um,
Mhm.
and then Eric Tenkar was sitting shotgun up in the front. And as soon we had not even gotten out of the parking lot and up over that little overpass. And there's a stop sign there, and then and the thing decided to turn right and go down the exit ramp. And
This is
I'm like,
why dumb electronics are a good thing, and dumb vehicles
yeah.
and dumb appliances. Like,
So that's what I get
They
for
have it
breaking
on
my rules.
autopilot, and it just
Yeah,
misread
yeah,
the.
he had it under auto drive, self driving. Yeah,
Oh, I would never do that.
nuh-uh.
yeah.
I would
No.
never.
And I'm like, he used to say, oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's great, I love it, man, it's
If
so
I'm not
great.
in the car, I can auto drive. But if I'm in the car, no.
Yep, same.
So suffice it to say, I probably will never ride in a self driving cab or any of that stuff. I just nope, don't trust it. I want to be behind the wheel myself,
Yep, I agree.
But but it was fun. I mean, the thing does have get up and go. I can't say that it's not a speedy little thing. And it was fun. And we all there's a whole bunch of us that went out to dinner. There was like 18 or 20 of us.
Yeah, it's nice.
And this was after
Sunday
uh,
night
this is Sunday
after the
night
con was done. Yeah,
after the con was done and wrapped up. I think you were already headed back, weren't you? I think you were already
yeah. I was
on
at
your
the
flight.
airport when you sent that picture.
Yeah. And it was great getting to meet so many people, and hanging out and talking to all these people. And a lot of these people, they're all just normal folks.
You know what? Everybody was super cool, super
Yep.
chill. I only met one person at either of the two cons that was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And I know
Yeah,
you've told me who they
I've
are,
only
but
met one dick at a convention, and he doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore. He
uh-oh.
got his YouTube channel nuked, and then
Did
fucking
he really?
oh yeah, yeah, he got his new YouTube channel nuked.
Well, shame on
spicy.
him.
Yeah,
I'm Are we gonna hear how long ago was that? Was this recent that this person's channel was nuked, or is it a little
yeah,
more
within
recent?
the last like 3-4 months.
Oh,
Oh,
geez.
okay.
Yeah, about 4 months ago, I guess. It was.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I know what it was.
So
yeah.
did you guys do the scavenger hunt thing that Roger did?
Yes, I did.
So
Did
I
you?
put
Did you?
all 10 of those tickets the into the um into the raffle for the Hyborian Age map.
Yeah.
So I had about 25 tickets in that damn thing, and I still didn't win it.
I put a bunch in that too. I put a bunch in that, and I put a bunch in the what was the other thing I put a bunch in?
I put that. I put into Greg Gillespie's
Yeah,
the
two barrel
two,
mazes.
and I put in for the dice tray. So I ended up buying the dice tray anyway. Well, that was the square one. I wasn't really didn't really want the square one. I wanted the hexagon anyway.
yeah,
So and I was glad to buy this one.
I would have bought a hexagon one. I think it would have been kind of cool. I was
No, I just like it because I'm used to lugging this bigger one to cons, and this does not.
When you plopped that bad boy on the table for Hyperborea, I was like, that was my
Yeah,
first
this is
thought.
the one I
That was
brought to the con, right?
yeah, that was a
So-
big ass dice tray.
Yeah, this is a big ass dice tray, and I used to bring two of them. All right, and one of them got stolen from a con. I left it on the table. So, but yeah, I'm used to bringing this thing, and I was like, well, this one here is a little bit smaller, deeper weld, and but it flattens out. So I'm like, oh, that's so much more convenient anyway. So
Yeah, I bought a pack of them several years ago on Amazon, and I think there was like 7 of them or 6 of them, something like that in the set. And over the years, they started, if they get wet, they get warped, and because they're just
Yeah.
cardboard inside of the little felt and
mhm.
fake leather, so they don't hold up after too long, and the snaps now are starting to pull through, and so I need to order some more. But I really thought about getting one of those. I liked them, but you know,
Jeff, you
I
bought
was
some Adventures Dark and Deep too,
I
right?
did.
Yeah, I have most of that anyway. So
Yeah.
I knew it was getting his Kickstarter. So I
Mhm.
looked at some of the ones like the Greyhawk ones, and
All right,
I mean they're great
you
if
guys.
you don't
All right.
already have all of the TSR printings of Greyhawk, and he organizes them much better.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in those that you cannot pull from
Yeah.
the box sets, and all of those things from the past. So I already have that. So I was like, all right, I'd rather get the things I don't have already. And so I was waiting for this one to come in the mail today, and I'll take a real good look at that. I'm going to probably end up using that.
Yeah,
There's a
I
lot
picked up a
Takato.
couple books from him too.
that I
Yeah.
use in gaming now.
Yeah. Do you need to say something, Takato?
Sorry.
Oh, just saying that I picked up a couple of his Adventures
Yeah.
Dark and Deep books too. I got the
They're
Swords of
in here.
Cthulhu
They're in
and the
here.
Swords of Wuja. Because
Yeah.
I had the PDFs, but I prefer to have.
I'm gonna do an unboxing stream. I'm gonna do or maybe just a video where I'm going through all the stuff I got at each con, because I got some of the stuff like
No, I see that huge box behind you.
yeah, and it's full. I mean, it's not,
Don't throw your back out trying to grab the box.
I know, yeah,
buddy.
that's
Stand
why-
up, use your legs.
That's
You
the
know-
reason why I
now-
didn't bring my stuff, was because I'm just trying to get through without having to have a hernia operation before vacation.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not bringing any of my stuff. The only thing I brought was for Dan, and it was actually the wrong ones. Oh, I would have loved to get. I'll get that. Jeff Talanian goes there to ShireCon, so I'll get any of that stuff from him. I hope he has some more shirts. All of his shirts are sold out. I have to get a Hyperborea shirt.
Yeah. The funny thing is I was hanging out with Talanian quite a bit, and I don't think I got his autograph on anything.
Do you have any Hyperborea books?
I didn't know, because there was nobody. I couldn't get one at North Texas because I didn't have enough room. I only picked up just two books, and they were good deals. I mean, I got Gillespie's this one. Okay, I can deal with that. I'm not worried about a little, whatever. One of the other things. Oh yeah, these are like the scratch and dents, if you will, the Mega Dunson Munster Manual. So they were I think they were really cheap. They were like $10, I think, for these piece. So
Hey, Matt Sherman, how's it going, brother?
what's up, Matt?
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
And the honored guy of the day, Agile. Congratulations! I don't know if you caught that.
Oh, he's in
earlier.
there now. Cool. Hey,
Yeah.
Agile.
Yeah, congratulations,
Awesome.
man. And I think you're going to be on with Rich tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So that's good.
So excited to talk about it. Hey, Double D just went live. I'm just watching it. So he's doing a
Is he?
walk through the vendor hall.
Oh, is he? Okay.
And I'm glad I'm not there.
Oh, at Origins, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not there.
Yeah. Well,
Because of
I
the
mean,
crowd or
it's
because of the money you
packed.
spend?
I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to wrap up. And
No,
go
no,
after
no.
that. Oh, okay.
No, I just wanted to.
I went to both cons with a budget, and I was mostly good at both cons at keeping to my budget.
That's good.
Mm.
That's good.
So
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I went a little over budget
fair amount of
on
money,
North
yeah.
Texas because I had to pay for an extra day. But considering,
yeah,
I was woefully under budget. I wish I could have done more at the location, but I was just not prepared for a few things. If the room didn't have an extra $100 room hold, I would have walked away with a couple books. But that was just something I did not plan ahead, properly.
and at North Texas, basically Matt and Gary blew my budget in one standing in front of James Raggy's table.
Yeah.
did you buy all the? Yeah, you did.
Not a lot, but I bought a small handful. And
He was like, "Oh yeah, this was a good one." Was I there? I think he was like, "Yeah, you should
Gary.
get this
Gary was
one,
like, Dan,
and
buy
then,
this,
you
buy
need
this,
this
buy
one,
this.
you need-
Yeah. But,
I was like,
which I'm fine with because they're fun to read, and I had a lot of fun in Matt's Lamentations game. I kind of stuck to more of the historical type adventures
The more
because
traditional, not some of the
right,
wacky
yeah,
out there stuff
yeah,
that he's got.
like this one. This takes place in Africa,
Yeah.
World of the Lost. It was kind of cool when I was flipping through it. I'm not into like the weird like horror gore stuff that some of it is, but
Hey, you want to make some shirts? Not shits, shirts. uh, yeah, I
Oh,
actually
thanks,
ordered.
Matt.
oh, so Mr. Matt Sherman, since you just showed up and I mentioned that I mostly stuck to my budget, this is what blew it and worth it.
Well, thanks
Stan,
for blowing it on me. I appreciate it.
Stan painted it and it's awesome. I was like, as we're
Wait, so
setting
put that
up,
up there
He's going to
again.
show it up again, Dan. He's
so,
giving it full screen.
yeah, there you go. So it's 2 dueling dragons. Stan
That
had
is
this out
so awesome.
on his during Thursday when we were doing vendor setup because I was staff at CNY. Jeff, love you. And like I was sitting there and I'm just staring at this thing like full autism. I'm like, I gotta have that. How the hell am I gonna get that home? And then Andrew, one of Roger's buddies, was like, Dan, I saw you staring at that. I'm like,
What's up,
yeah.
Steven?
And he was like, well, I work for a company and I can ship it out to you on Monday morning. I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And it's like work will pay for it. And I'm
He
like,
keeps
really?
on making shits instead of shirts.
Yeah. Wait, who's making shits?
Technobabble. His autocorrect is obviously we know what
You know
his
which word he
autocorrect is
uses a
for
lot
his,
of. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so this is what I definitely went over budget on, but it was totally worth it. And
Yeah.
even my wife was like, "That's super cool" when it showed up. So thanks
Yeah,
again, Stan.
I think next
Oh,
year
thank you. Thank you.
I was looking, right? And so the fight was only 2 hours.
Yeah.
But being stuck without a vehicle sucks.
Yes.
Very much so. It was much more relief at CNY because I drove to know that I could always go because we ran to like the local grocery store right up the street a couple of times, and we went out to supper and we went and did some other stuff,
Right.
and we weren't stuck there, because especially there that the only thing there was is the hotel restaurant, right, or Uber Eats. I think Tenkar ordered Taco Bell via Uber Eats one night.
Yeah.
I'm like, Taco
The
Bell?
restaurant was good though. Like,
Yeah, the restaurant was good.
Other than their dessert, a bunch of us went out to eat, and then somebody said, "Oh, I want to get dessert," and I'm like, "Oh, that's a good idea." And they ordered like different things, but they ordered cheesecake. I like cheesecake, and they came out and they were huge. Like I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be awesome." And then we're sitting there and eating it, and Dave from the auto, and he was sitting like kind of across from me, and he's like, I think this is the worst cheesecake I've ever had in my entire life. And then everybody that got it was like, you're not wrong. This is not good. The rest of the food, like I got introduced to chicken riggies, and that was awesome. It's like a pasta and chicken thing.
Is that like a local
that's a Utica thing.
Very low.
Utica thing?
Very
Yeah.
I'd never had it. I didn't have it last year, so next year I'm having it twice to make up for that.
Okay.
And that was really good though. I just like Bryson went out a couple times and got us like Gatorades and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And which was fine.
We went to a local.
But I like getting there and then not going anywhere. That's my thing. I like
Yeah.
just being able to get there. And
Jeanette and I went out to, there's a little Chinese place that Roger knows the name
I
of.
did hear that there was some great like other places to eat though. Like and they're not far. Which is great.
No.
And it's
I wanted to try that
location.
Polish place. I really wanted to try that Polish place.
Ring.
That there's a Polish place not too far down from there, and I wonder if they make pierogies. I love pierogies.
So I know Roger mentioned next year for CNY he's going to make Friday a full game day.
Yes. And then like
next year I think I'm going to drive. It's like an 11 and a half hour drive. It's a bit of a hike, but my buddy Eric, who's the godfather to my daughter, lives in Buffalo, so that's like 8.5 hours.
Yeah.
I can do that in a day, crash at his place for a night, and then pick him up, and we can both go. So
yeah, it's only 3 hours. So I think next year I'm going to drive to both.
You're going to drive to North Texas.
Yeah. So
and,
I
and
actually,
then in the same week drive all the way to Utica.
yeah, and that could be fun.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of driving,
That
brother.
doesn't sound fun at all.
That doesn't
Yeah.
sound fun.
So I
No.
looked it up, and the drive to CNY and the drive to North Texas is, for me, almost, it's like within 20 miles difference between the two.
That's fine in once a week, but like doing
Right.
both, boy,
Back to
that's
back.
brutal.
I
That's
I
brutal.
absolutely agree, Matt Sherman. I absolutely agree. I love my pierogies.
No,
I had a I had
I
a
don't know
I
what
had
it
a
is.
I had a pierogies.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
pierogies.
You never had
I don't know what
pierogies?
it
It's
is.
a Polish dumpling stuffed with either meat or
Well,
sausage
I'm
or potatoes.
Ukrainian. They're
Sounds good to me.
Ukrainian.
Yeah,
They're
I
good.
like
I'm
them with
hungry.
ketchup, but some people
Yeah.
like them with sour
With
cream
ketchup.
and
Oh my god.
I love
Um,
everything with ketchup. So
No.
so
My
so
great grandmother
Rich is
used to
offended.
make them with just
He's like,
with
"Oh my God, what are
onions
you doing?"
and butter,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just onions and butter.
Oh, I
they're really good with
Yeah,
sauerkraut
that's
on them too.
well, so what I was going to say is one of my players back in Florida, he would host. We'd play these like marathon day long things once a month, right? We would do a day long thing, and it was a get together with a whole bunch of us, and he would make homemade pierogies stuffed with sauerkraut, and I never heard of pierogies having sauerkraut in them before. I've only seen the Mrs. T's, the frozen ones,
Yeah.
and these were homemade fresh ones, and oh my God, I'm so miss that. I so miss that. But we
Oh,
would drive over to
you have
his.
a bot on Twitch. Dan, get on it.
I'm not a mod on a Switch chat.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Oh, is that
It's
which one is it?
disappointing.
AIviewersstreamboo.com
Ooh,
on your
fancy.
Twitch.
Well, there you go, Jeff. Make Twitch partner. You can be the
Yeah.
next Lord Gasumba.
I
I don't even know what your
Meet
Twitch
him,
channel
that's
is.
cool.
So, but yeah, it was a fantastic couple of weekends. It did kind of suck that I had to immediately after CNY, I flew home, went to bed, woke up at 6 the next morning, and went back to O'Hare to fly to Denver for work for an Oracle conference. I will not be doing that next year. But
Catch up. Even Matthew Sherman saying that's
ketchup.
disappointing. Jeff,
What's wrong with ketchup? I
Ketchup
love
on
ketchup.
pierogies? What?
you
They're
are
French fries.
You are such
Yeah,
a
French
Potato
fries and
dumplings. They're potato
That's
dumplings.
hilarious.
I can't eat. They're potatoes. I put ketchup with my
They're not
potatoes.
fried potatoes.
Jeff.
What else you gonna eat? I nobody could tell me what you're supposed to eat them with. I've tried them with sour cream. It's all right with sour cream.
Brown mustard is common.
Mustard's not bad. I could do mustard.
Yeah, mustard might. Yeah, that might be an
You
interesting.
could do a good like pan sauce or gravy also works well with pierogies.
Gravy.
Hey, Shadow, son.
Hey, Shadow.
Gravy.
How's it going?
You don't like
I don't-
gravy?
I'm picky about my gravy.
You're picky about everything.
We're working on getting Shadow to CNYCon next year.
Isn't Shadow in California?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
You can
He's
fly
going
from
to go on
California.
sabbatical
We have
and just
planes.
like he's going to go on. Well, he's. I think he said he's going to try and make North Texas next year too. So,
But he's moving to Texas, I think.
Are you? Oh man,
I think he
Okay.
is.
all right.
Moving to
Butter
a
them
cruise.
up. Oh no,
Butter
no,
them up.
dude,
Yes,
I use
that's what I said. Butter and
I-
onions.
I do
Butter,
I
onions,
do butter
sauerkraut.
and onions. I use about a stick of butter when I make my pierogies.
Chilling like
Oh,
a
you do like a
superstar.
brown butter sauce on top. Good Lord, Jeff.
Oh, I've got to introduce you to. Let me tell you, North Texas, right? We go out to this chicken place, and I don't eat chicken. But this is where like 20 of us were there. I ate the salad. I just had like the vegetables and the salad and stuff like that. Salad was really good. But it was kind of served home style, right? Where they just keep on bringing out stuff.
Yeah.
And
Welcome to Texas. That's why everybody's 300 pounds.
yeah. But it was a great place. The people were really friendly. They had good iced tea. Didn't have any beer. Apparently that little township area is dry or something weird like that in this little downtown area that we were. It was great. And I asked if they had any barbecue sauce. Of course, I'm in Texas, right? So of course I figured they'd have barbecue sauce, and they brought me some. And people are like, "What are you doing with barbecue sauce?" I'm like, I said, "I'm weird, right? I put barbecue sauce on my mashed potatoes."
I
And-
can't hang out with you anymore.
and
I don't
and
want people to start thinking I'm weird.
and no, I am weird. I fully admit it.
I
But
shared a room with you. I know.
the chickens. I've got to damn bastard chickens.
This
My sleep.
motherfucker talks in his sleep so much.
And
Every night. One night
and-
at 4 a.m, he like sits straight up in bed, and this is the best part. It's the fastest I've ever seen him move, right? And he sits up in bed and he starts going, "Damn bastard chickens, get back in the chicken coop!" And then like he was kind of running while sitting up, and it was hilarious. He was just cussing at these chickens while he was asleep. Have you ever had chickens?
no.
Have you ever worked on a farm?
No, I got a buddy who has chickens, but I've never gone around chasing chickens. You know.
we had chickens when I was growing up.
You were chasing chickens that night, man. So
Did you save them in their sleep? No, I did not save them in my sleep. This was before that, so that was kind of ironic. So no, but where I was going with this, right? So I I use a little barbecue sauce because to me it's like that's my gravy, right? I put barbecue sauce on my mashed potatoes. So because I don't eat the gravy, right? At any rate,
Oh boy.
4 other people there saw that and were like, that looks kind of good. I want to try that. You mind if I'm like, so I had 4 guys, 4 people around me that all tried it, and they're like, you know what, this is pretty good. So I was just like, it's my weird little thing, hey man, but oh, so I influence the people, and we're not talking about these are not like necessarily nobody people like me. This is like one of them was an actor, another one is an
Jeff, you're somebody.
yeah, well,
somebody kind of special, but you're still somebody.
I'm special. But it was a blast. Um, they both I loved both cons.
Yeah.
And
They were both awesome, but they were both different.
they were different, yeah, and they were not the same thing. And I think with CNY, it was like hanging out with my bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
To some extent, there was a lot of that at North Texas, but it was at North Texas. There's a lot of people there with heavy tabletop history going back that were big influencers, and they're just ordinary people, and they just want to hang out and have a good time and talk about gaming and just chill out, and it was
cool.
Everybody was cool, and I got a hug from Heidi Gygax. She insisted, she had her friend Debbie there with her. She was such a sweetheart, and I said, oh well, because that was her substitute for her husband, who was had business to do up in Wisconsin, I think. So he was like, he was trying to swap places. He was like, oh, why don't you go down to North Texas? And he's like, yeah, they don't want me. They want a Gygax. So, but I get it. I would have loved to meet Eric. That would have been kind of cool too, because I think he's pretty awesome, dude. But yeah, no. And Debbie gave me a hug, and I said, "Oh, sure," And then she's like, "Well, where's my hug?" And I'm like, "I'll give you a hug, okay, Heidi," because I've had her on a couple.
It's a Midwest thing.
Yeah. Well, and I was born in the Midwest. I grew up in the South, but I was born up there, so. But yeah, and like I said, there was just so many people. I can't even name all the names of the people that I got to meet. It was very, very awesome. Totally, totally. Everybody was great. And I will put A1. Yes, I will put A1 on potatoes too.
You're all gross.
Yep. A1. A1. I've got 2 bottles of A1. I got the thick and bold and spicy up in the fridge. So
Eric Garland's Gygax.
yes, yeah. Eric Garland. Eric Garland is an awesome. Technically, it's like Eric Gygax Garland. I think they both took like they did the Gygax.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, but yeah, there was just, I mean, God, there was a whole bunch of people at North Texas that I would have never got to meet had I not gone out there. So suffice it to say, I think next year I'm going to hopefully I'll have another vehicle. I'm probably going to wind up buying a new vehicle this year, and we'll put some road miles on it. I'll get a bigger truck than I've got, and we'll drive out to North Texas and then come back. Because one of the things that happened to me in North Texas is my flight got delayed and then canceled.
Yeah,
You know,
that sucks.
so that took a that cost me an extra couple $100, and I could have been already halfway home. You know,
Hmm.
uh, by that day. But had it not happened, I wouldn't have got to hang out with some great people. I met some other people, and that are. I gotta find his number too. Um, the
I got to reach out. I got to figure out who is Cyrus Dwayne from CNY. He ran a lot of games.
Cyrus?
Yeah.
Yes, I met him. He's
What
friends
games
with
was he
George.
running?
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's friends with George Hardy.
Oh, he was. He's friends with George Hardy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. When I calculated it out, because I did like a compilation of all the numbers and everything. So Cyrus ran between the between the 2 years, ran 1,440 minutes of conventions, which is 24 hours.
Yeah,
George was in second place with 1,320, and me and Greyhawk Grognard were in third place with 1,200.
Okay. Wow. You're
So
you're are you a, I thought were you a math teacher, or what
no,
did
I
you?
was a social studies teacher.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That kind of tracks. So, in my middle school teacher, look at that. Merle, I got talked to Merle too. Merle Rasmussen.
Hmm.
Um, we're gonna get him on the show too.
I'd love to
Uh,
meet him. Yeah, at a
he.
convention.
So I've got a picture of Merle and Alan, because they both
Mhm.
worked on Top Secret together,
Yeah, yeah.
and I've
I
got a
played in
picture.
Alan's game. At he went to Rising Phoenix the one year, and I played in his. He ran Ghost Tower of Inverness.
Yeah, yeah, and they're both great guys. We'll probably get Alan on. I know he says he can only probably do most an hour. Oh yeah, Joe Block,
Joe
meeting Joe
Block's a
Block
great guy. Yeah.
was a great guy. Let's see, who didn't go to North Texas? Yeah, Matt Finch did not. We had him on the show, um, and then he was on with Matt and Gary last night. Chris Clark, yeah, Stephen Clements. Stephen, of course, is now in Japan. We've had him on the show. Tom Wilson's been on the show. He wasn't there either. You're right. Bill Webb was not there.
Hmm.
Um, and then Joe Block, yeah, Joe wasn't at North Texas. He probably should go to North Texas though. I know it's a little bit of a thing. What I was gonna say, my seventh grade middle school teacher, Mr. Holmes,
Mhm.
uh, he was the history. He taught U.S. history and social studies, and the different classes, right? But I
Mhm.
had him for seventh grade U.S. history,
Yeah.
and I ran into him like years later after I got out of high school. I went to Coliseum Comics in town there, and ran into him, and I'm like, I you were he worked his off time. I don't know what you teachers call it, but it's when you're either the summer break or after hours,
Yeah.
weekend, whatever.
When we're
He would,
human beings.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
When we actually become part of like the public, that kids were always like, you actually shop? You actually, I was like, yeah, I'm not just I don't just exist in a classroom and then, I'm locked away for the rest of the year or the rest of the day.
well,
They don't
he
keep you in a
wasn't
dungeon?
he
Yeah, I
wasn't
know that's how they used to treat
Hmm.
it. It was like, I
he
can't believe you're in here. It was like, yeah, it's a grocery store. It was like, we do
he
eat.
he wasn't shopping. He worked at the game
Yeah.
store. And he was a huge Civil War buff, so he was always involved in the Civil War reenactments,
Mhm.
and they would do the Battle of Narcoosee Mill and stuff like that every year and stuff like that. Which and now knowing more of the history, like I learned from Griff Morgan and stuff like that, with starting off as a wargaming and then evolving into what it was, that makes sense. He does the reenactments. I'm sure he was into the wargaming as well, and then of course tabletop. He was the sponsor for the D&D club. I never was a member of the D&D club in middle school. I should have joined. That's the year I was introduced, but you know, but it
Then
was
you
kind
wouldn't
of
have had a
cool.
girlfriend when you were in middle school.
Do what?
You wouldn't have had a girlfriend if you were in middle school, if you were in the D&D club.
Well, yeah, maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
most
I
certainly.
I went back and forth between private school and public
Yeah.
school. So my sixth grade was in a private, a Southern Baptist school, and then seventh grade I'm like, I want to go to school with the kids. So and then they changed our districts, and I went to a different middle school for eighth grade, and but it was that point I was already the nerd, and
Hey, look, I'm Joe the lawyer.
Mm. Oh, you're low. You're really low.
now are you are you
Well,
are you are you sitting around in your
one year
underwear?
with my 1 year, I had a fifth grade class. It's the only time I've ever had a fifth grade class before,
Yeah.
and I was forced to because they're all four subjects in the one thing, and they were just not great at math and everything. And I, what I did was I
Bye,
bought
Matt Sherman.
Pokemon cards. All right. And I started creating math lessons around doing the math calculations around these cards because they were huge into these cards. I knew
Mhm.
nothing about them. You know,
Yeah.
Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh were the two things that they were really into. And oh yeah, they ate that stuff up. So it was like a way I was able to bridge with that group of kids, that the other group of kids, because my younger brother is like 12 years younger than me. So we grew up watching wrestling, and this is back when WWE was still, WWE. It wasn't,
Hell yeah, brother.
Right.
and no, I'm sorry, they were still WWF,
WWF, yeah.
and all the kids couldn't believe it. They were like, "You watch the WWF?" And I didn't say, not in a couple decades, but still, ways to transition over to students. They never believe that their teachers actually have lives outside of
Are people with
teaching on the
hobbies?
classroom.
Yeah. Well,
But I would have gotten away with more of the video gaming or battle card games than D&D.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just reporting that one thing. Can you give us more information? It's a bot. Okay, thanks. What?
Now, in my latter career, my kids were much more interested in the fact that I own guns, and I was, a veteran, but I own guns. They were like, "You own a gun?" I was like, "Yeah, I own a gun." It's like,
only
"Hey,"
one?
this is my eighth graders, right? So, my eighth graders ranged from the age of, 16 to 20, because that's this was the South Bronx, and so one of my students, he goes to me, he was like, "Hey, Mr. Salati, what would happen if I broke into your house?" I said, "I shoot you." He's like, "Yeah, but what if I did?" "Oh, you? I shoot you twice." he just laughed and walked away. I was like,
Nowadays that
and then it was the coolest thing, right? I was the coolest teacher he had. "Oh, I shoot you twice."
well,
Love it.
I grew up in Florida, and you know what some of our sheriffs like to tell people?
Oh
Make sure
yeah,
if you
Grady
need,
Judd.
yeah, if you need lessons,
Graveyard Dead.
we'll get you some lessons. We
Yeah,
want to make sure that they're gone.
yeah,
We don't want to have to deal with extra paperwork.
yeah. We'll shoot you graveyard dead.
Yep, they're
That was
all
the
about
line.
that, man. Yeah.
And now that YouTube is going to flag all of our channels.
Nope, it's a live
Bing,
stream.
bing.
You can get away with live streams.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
A lot more with a live stream than you can.
So, all right, that's good for me with my fledgling channel. So when I want to be a turbo shitlord, make sure I do it on a live stream. Gotcha.
Yeah, I already got a hash, whatever it is on mine because
Like
of
a
the
warning?
video.
Oh, you got a strike?
Yeah,
A copyright strike or just a
no,
warning strike?
they went after an old video I had up of my son sitting at we were at the range. he was on a bench shooting a, I don't remember what it was,
Oh,
something at a target, and they struck me because of that video. Said it violated their standards, and
What's
then
their
I
standard?
in
Yeah.
my diplomacy, I wrote back. I said, "Please explain to me how any of the 4 firearms rules were violated in this video." And then like, "Oh, we've reviewed this, and we're still going to uphold the strike or whatever."
yeah, they don't review shit.
No,
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
I subscribe to a lot of like gun tubers like Hickok 45 and Brandon Herrera and a bunch of guys,
Yeah.
like because I'm a big gun guy.
They were trying to go after everybody. They don't like.
Yeah,
They
they
hate
don't
the
like it on
Constitution.
the platform. Yeah.
They,
So
they they just hate the Constitution. That's all.
Yep, pretty
No,
much.
I know.
fuckers.
That's hey. I appreciate the platform they provide. I do wish that there was a digital bill of rights though.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice.
For everybody. Because I don't want to shut anybody up. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care if you disagree with me. And that was the nice thing about going to the cons. I didn't care what anybody's politics were. I didn't care what anybody's. I was hanging out with the one guy who was like completely opposite of me, and we were just sitting there bullshitting, talking about games and stuff, and and it was fun. And
Yeah.
somebody was like, I can't believe that somebody who's this way and that way are sitting there, and it's like, dude, we're gamers. That's the way it was. It always was that
Yeah,
way.
we never got
Well,
into that kind of stuff.
Well, and that's the thing though,
It
Jeff.
didn't matter.
It still is when you're playing with
Yes.
actual humans.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just don't play with like Twitter morons or Blue Sky morons
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
sycophants and that kind of thing. And it's
Yeah.
fine. Like normal people aren't going to be like, "Oh, you got to pass a purity test before I game with you." Like,
Yeah.
no one does that. Just sit down, play the elf game, kill the dragon, shut up, and have fun. Like it's not that hard.
Kill monsters and take their stuff. That's the point of tabletop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh no,
yeah.
no. You have to cut your deficiencies in half.
Yeah,
Yeah. Don't.
the human improvement engine.
Yeah, human improvement engine. If you're not
Well,
cutting your
that was the
deficiencies
funny
in
thing
half,
about the
if
con.
you're not
is, like,
improving the world,
everybody, that rails against the OSR, but like because we're, all these things, and then like at CNY, there's kids there, there's women there, there's a good chunk of women there.
my
We said
wife was
40,
there at
40%.
CNY.
Your wife was there,
She had a blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's having fun. Like it's nonsense.
and everybody's talking, and nobody
just
was
don't talk.
talking politics or anything
Nope.
like that. Everybody just sat down and and just talked games.
Even
that's
even
fine.
hanging out with Double D, and it wasn't like he didn't get really. And now he and I in
No.
private could have, but but he's just hanging out in we're not there to we're there to have fun, man, and that's the whole point of gaming.
Yeah.
We want
Yeah.
everybody to have fun. I don't care where you
Try
stand.
to try to illustrate it, like how much fun like CNY was. That was Bryson, my son. It was his first convention, right? He'd never been to a convention before. He didn't play a single game. He had a blast and wants to come back next year.
Yeah,
That's how much
yeah.
fun it was.
And Jeanette's already making plans. I'm staring at her. She's upstairs looking down at me from the front deck, and she's like, "Yep, so we're going next year, right?" And I said, "Yeah, we're gonna go next year." And
That'd be awesome.
and she wants to
Yeah,
go to
I
North
can't wait.
Texas too. So and I think North Texas tickets, didn't they just like go on sale already?
They're going on sale this weekend.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm like, well,
I don't know
I
if
still
they
got to
pulled the
recover.
trigger yet, but
Well,
Gary made an announcement.
well, Mike, Bad Mike, he's already he was bragging about being number 2, and somebody commented in there and said, "Well, good thing to know that Gary still makes Mike buy his own badge." So I thought that was funny. I mean I didn't get the chance to really talk to Gary much, to Gary Oliver much, but I do appreciate the con he put on as well.
Yeah, it was fun.
I got a chance to talk to Roger quite a bit, and Roger's my buddy. I think he's all of our buddies, to be honest. He's a great, awesome guy, and I'm hoping to make SmokyCon,
Definitely, Matthew.
hoping to model my little thing that I'm going to do down here in East Tennessee. I'm modeling it after the stuff that I gained, the knowledge I gained from visiting them. So those of you that maybe can't drive all the way up north or all the way out west, there's hope. We got some plans in the works, and I'm gonna get Dan down here when he's not sneezing.
Sorry.
And
Nowhere, man. I'm glad I hit the mute button in time.
yeah, I try to do that too. I'm like, yeah. But I'm glad. Oh, look, Roger.
Yes.
Where's Roger?
Hey.
We have to stop shit talking about him now.
Oh, yeah.
God
He
damn
came
it.
in.
Yeah. We could. Roger, you want to jump on? We'll get you on for a minute if you want to say hi. But it was fun. Jeanette's already making plans, and so I think I'm going to take, instead of trying to do the whole 3 days from this week and be and 4 days from another, I'm just going to take off the whole 2 weeks.
I think I'm going to do the same thing too.
Yeah.
Just blow 10 days of PTO and just I'm going to be gone.
So I would take off starting the Wednesday of North Texas, and I think I would go till the Tuesday after CNY, because next year I
recover.
definitely want to be around that extra day to help break down.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to drive to CNY next year, I'm going to need a day to just like chill and do
Recover.
nothing. Yeah.
And
I liked coming in
got-
on Thursday at CNY. That was great.
Yeah.
I mean, my booth was small. I could have set up Friday, but it was nice and then you get plenty of time just to chill and
like
and
shoot
hang
the
out
shit
with
with
everybody,
people
so,
and meet people.
yeah,
It was
I'll
awesome,
definitely
like meeting
do
you
that
guys.
again.
Yeah, next year
Yeah,
I
that was
might
the
stay
best part.
a little bit later into Sunday. Although it's nice to get home in time to have dinner and bring the garbages up and that kind of thing too.
Yeah.
But I just love getting there like super early on Friday, and I've always had an easy time getting into a room right away, and then I can hang out like for like 5 hours before I run my first game on
That's great.
at CNY. So it's a great venue, great venue.
Yeah.
Jeff, I've been proven right, by the way.
What's that?
Kickstarter does push you more once you fund, because Agile's Kickstarter has gained over $300 since we started this stream about 2 hours ago.
I've been watching it. I've been watching it. Yeah.
Once it hits funding, then they try to.
Yep.
Well, and the thing is, I even told Agile, I said, yeah, a lot of guys like to play the game there. They set the bar low so that they fund within 5 minutes or funded within.
I've got mad respect
hour.
for him though for not doing that.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
the number of Kickstarters I've backed that are like, oh, we need $500, and then they don't deliver, it put me off Kickstarter for quite a while, for a number of years.
Yeah, and now it's officially 4 days left to go. I guess I should update my little thing. But yeah, we want to see some of those stretch goals come to fruition. So everybody that
I'm excited
back-
about all of them, but in particular, I'm excited about the four. The next one, what is that? Stretch goal number 2, and then the final one with the adventures, the 7 adventures.
Hey, Outpost. Outpost is a buddy of mine. He's on the Babylon 5 stuff.
No, is that the show where you guys talk about Stargate?
Working on Thursday plans for CNY next year.
Well,
you're
good.
going to give me FOMO so bad because there's no way I can get there on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Because I work Thursdays, and so there's no way I can get there on a Thursday.
I'm like I said, I'm going to take 2 weeks off.
I think the point for Thursday next year is it's just going to be a dedicated setup day for the vendors and everything, and like
but is it going to run all day on Friday?
Yes, it's going to run all day on Friday.
It's going to run all day on Friday?
Yeah.
It's going to be a full day on Friday.
All right, so you know what I'll do? I will leave my house at 5 a.m. and then I'll be able to catch play in a 9 o'clock game.
Yeah.
And that's what I'll do.
Then you can check into the hotel after the game's over.
I was apprehensive about signing up for any 9 a.m.
that's
games,
exactly what I'll do then.
just because it's so early, and especially after driving up there, and I was like, I just can't. And then I wound up being up pretty early every day anyways. So
right.
It's kind of that whole, like kid at Christmas morning, You're like just ready to get out there and go.
Yeah.
But I got there and I'm like exhausted from driving, and then suddenly I got reinvigorated by like everybody swarming me and going, "What's up, man?" Roger comes up and gives me a big old hug, and and everybody is just like, about time. We were wondering when you were going to get here. And I'm like, yeah, it was a slog, but mostly it was the traffic. In I might go up a different way next year because around Scranton, Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
for some reason, traffic just crawls.
Because they're always doing construction there.
Scranton and through Wilkes-Barre.
I was
They've
gonna
been
say the
doing
same
construction
thing.
there for 25 years.
I was gonna
By
Yeah.
the
say
time
the
they
same
finish
thing.
this 5 miles, they move to the next one. They move to the next one. They move
And
to
by
And
the
the
time they
next
get to
one.
the end, they got to start
And
over.
then the workers' sons take over when they're 20, and they go back to the beginning and work straight through. No, that's not an exaggeration, Dan.
I
That's
believe
the
it.
way it freaking works. They have generational road crews.
Construction workers. Yeah.
It's like,
Well, let me tell you, my impression of Virginia, it's like Atlanta under construction, but the whole state.
yeah.
Welcome to Virginia. We're under I-81 from the minute you hit until the minute you leave is completely under construction. The whole thing, all at the same time. It was nuts.
Wasn't that what you were on in Scranton? It's 81
Well, yeah, it
or
was
80 and 81.
it was 81. Yeah,
Yeah,
81, 81
81.
up
The
there.
entire stretch from
And
wherever it goes to wherever it ends is always continuous construction.
yeah, you know where the construction ends on my way back home? Oh, look, there's the Tennessee Welcome Center in construction. And I'm like, thank God, you know. But that was probably the worst part of everything was oh yeah. Oh no, I don't doubt he is, man. That was nuts. Um
No,
New
it's
York,
the
New
same thing.
York
It's the
wasn't
same thing
bad.
on Long Island, New York.
New
The
York wasn't
LIE, the Long Island
yeah.
Expressway, literally generational road crews, and they work from one end to the other and then repeat. And it's like a 20-year process of going back and forth.
You know what scared me the most about driving in New York State, I'm talking about. I don't trust their little the little safety guardrails. My God, they look sketch.
Well, stay on the road and you won't need them, buddy.
Yeah, but like you're like looking over
they're not
there
the
and
bowling ball gutter,
So,
rails. It's like-
I will say when we got our daughter, when we were driving through Appalachia, because we got her in the birth mom was in South Carolina, so we had to drive through Appalachia, through Tennessee and into North Carolina to South Carolina. Doing that at midnight is sketchy as hell. I was kind of freaking out a little bit.
oh, Tennessee's fine.
No, like when you get like east of Chattanooga and you start going over the mountains
I
and
live
like
I live
yeah.
Oh,
east of
no.
Chattanooga,
North-
dude.
I know, but
The scariest stretch of road I've ever driven on was the stretch between Miami and Key Largo in the fog.
oh,
Right.
we're
The
suddenly
whole
like you
time
feel
I
like you're right up
imagined
the ocean.
I'm
Yeah,
alligator bait. I'm gonna end up in the freaking swamp,
yeah.
driving off the road. Visibility was like I could see the front end of my car. That's as
Yeah.
far as I could see. That was scary as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some roads here. We got to see our former roommate when we were up there. He came over to Syracuse, he lives in Syracuse. He came over to Utica and spent the night, Sunday night there. And yeah, he used to call the roads around here Boss Hog Dukes of Hazzard bullshit roads. And you know what? I saw some in New York, so that weren't just as bad. Because trying to get back to I-81, going through the whatever and this and that and the other, I'm like, oh yeah, they got these roads here too. Other than but they have the little snowmobile sign, and I'm like, why is there a picture of a snowmobile on a
Yeah.
diamond? I'm like, what does that mean? That's not in my handbook. I never remember that back in 40
Hey,
years
Shadow,
ago.
there's also the road to Hana in Oahu. I think that's the island that one's on. The road to Hana is another, or maybe that's on Maui. That's a scary ass road too.
Yeah, and Rich, you might want to look at this one here that you're close enough. You might be
I
worth
looked at
going
it
to.
already.
Yeah,
It's a tough one. I might try to do it. That's 6 hours of driving for probably like 5.5 hours of gaming,
Mm,
and that's a kind of a tough one.
yeah,
You
that's a
know,
big ask.
I mean, I might do it. Got to see weather permitting too. It's December, so the Northeast is not a very predictable place for weather
yeah,
in December and January.
yeah. I I I would go, but I there's no way I can't drive up there and drive.
Yeah, I
That's
was thinking about it.
not for one
Like,
day,
I don't
but
know.
I would love to, man. I would love really. Roger, I hope lots of people show up for it, and and I wish I could go, but there's it's not feasible for me.
What,
Uh,
game day?
Yeah, game
yeah, it
day.
would be cool,
If you
but
made Albany, I could do that. That's only like an hour and a half,
yeah,
but and that's probably an hour and a half for him too.
yeah. I've never heard of Ortega Highway.
No.
I don't. It must be. I do have the Tail of the Dragon near me, though. If you want to see Sketch Road,
Hmm.
you cannot take a semi truck down there, and apparently some semi truck drivers are dumb. Not most of them. Most of them are not, but there's a couple of them that try, and there's just no. There's no. They literally have to go in and drag the whole thing out because they cannot make these hairpin turns. There's no way, Blue Ridge Parkway around Asheville. So Matt, yeah, I mean, Asheville's only 3 hour drive for me, and I am looking at going to. There's a con that's going to be out there. It's Mythic Con West
Hmm.
that Chuck from Trollord told me about, and that one I'm going to I'm trying to go out to that one. I think it's in February. So
I'm waiting to see when the Troll Lords has their con because they do Troll Con, right?
well, they want to do TrollCon, yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll drive out to
When they
Arkansas
eventually
for that.
open up their factory, I thought that's what they were going to do.
That's kind of the plan.
Yeah.
That I've heard. I almost texted Chuck when I was getting close to Bristol,
Hmm.
and then I messaged him on Discord instead, and he's like, "Dude, you should have called me." And I'm like, I didn't want to bother you. He's like, "Oh man, yeah, we could have met up. But
We got to get those guys out to CNY.
Yep.
yeah, well, I think they
At
were
least
out
one of
there.
them.
I think they were out there at one point. But they kind of had to cut back on some of their cons this year, from what I understand. They're being real selective with what they're doing right now.
Hmm.
And I even talked to
They've got a lot of projects to fulfill that they're working on.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're just really busy. I know Jason Vey, he mentioned that he worked on the bestiary for Amazing Adventures that's coming out real soon too. And he's like, "Oh man, you gotta pick it up. You gotta pick it up when it comes out." He's like, "I we put a lot of work into that one. And it's really really good." So
Yeah.
I'm hoping and he worked on it, and he's got his own thing too because he's got
Mhm. He's got
Elflair
Elfware.
Games.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he is Elflair. I mean, that's his baby,
That's his
right?
thing. Yeah.
So and I did pick up a bunch of his stuff, and I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna do a video and go through the boxing and stuff like that. But um, yeah, mostly locals. Oh,
Yep.
you got the good
You
shit,
got all of them.
man.
What's Wastelands? I'm getting 13 parsecs.
So Wasted Lands is his like fantasy role playing game in the ogre system. So I picked that up because I like reading systems.
Yeah.
And then I picked up 13 parsecs because I've kind of been like looking for a a sci-fi game that's like sci-fi games for tabletop games are they usually like have a particular slant, right? Like there's Star Wars D6 and there's like Star Trek games and I like
Traveler.
Dropship, and Traveler, right? So
Dropship is a very
It's more mothership kind of.
no. It's a tactical. It's a
it's
tactical
a
combat
tactical
game.
combat game, and I know there's if Todd's still watching, I know there's like space combat rules and everything in it because I was reading the book on the plane, which is cool.
Yep.
So you can do different things with it. Like I'll definitely use Dropship for like a
It'd be great.
the
for
only
like
good bug
skirmish
is a dead
mission.
bug, kind
Yes.
of like game day. Like that
Yeah.
would be fun. With my
Oh,
buddies
the
here.
game that the game that I picked up from him. I guess I'll break into my box a little bit.
What, Horde Wars or from Jason?
From Jason.
Did you grab Night Shift?
I did.
It's the one I did not grab, and I kind of wish I did, but
I got everything but the core book because I'd already ordered the core book after we had him on the Tuesday night stream. I ordered it, so I got everything else. So.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And I like that and 13 Parsecs runs off basically the same system, so you don't have to learn a whole new system to run.
Yeah, I was talking to him, and I mean he hooked me up too. I got his here's his stuff. Here's the Night Shift book.
You're breaking into your.
I know.
Yeah.
Your video.
You're buying.
Shh! Don't tell nobody. Oh, look, it's translucent.
Yeah.
Magic. But I've got some stuff. I got a bunch of stuff in there. Like I said, I'll do a video here in a little bit, and I've got a live stream tonight at 8 for not for me, but it's for DarkCon. Which
I
is
backed DarkCon.
Did you?
I can't go, but I backed it.
Yeah.
Well, I threw $10.
Chris will appreciate it. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool.
I didn't back DarkCon because I'm going to be running games, so I don't need a badge.
Okay.
So,
you're gonna run some games there.
Yeah, I was talking to him about it in the chat, and I gotta find the GM questionnaire thing.
He's running. I'm going to run because it's almost time for dinner.
Yep, I was about to say.
Yeah,
about 2.5 hours. It's been lovely, but I think I've got to hang out with James in about 30 minutes here, so I gotta go set up my garage with my laptop and my cigar, and
you gotta go move your setup.
I got a game coming up in 3.5 hours.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, guys, it was great.
Yep. You all.
Roger.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Roger.
Thanks for having on, Stan.
Yeah, Roger and Gary. Oliver. We definitely appreciate both of you guys. And they were both great experiences and different experiences, and I loved them both, and I'm planning on going back. And this time, I'm going to bring Jeanette out to North Texas with me, and we're gonna go up to CNY again already. So. We'll. Oh, that's okay, man. It's all right. It's the DarkCon dispatch. It's just kind of an update. We're gonna have the guy on I was telling some folks about that. With the guy who's gonna try and run the arena style thing. The most number of one DM. And the most number of players in one game at one time and under one DM, all at one location, all in person. So he's supposed to be the guest tonight. So at any rate, but we appreciate it. We appreciate it. And everybody take
y'all.
Take care, everyone.
See y'all.
Good night.
All right, bye. Jeff broke his thing right at the end.
I did.
All right. Take it easy, brother.
Can you hear me now? Any rate. All right. Good night. We'll see you.